everybody. Good morning and welcome to the roast. And I'm, of course, Sugar Chris. And I have no plan today. I got nothing. Normally, I have at least an idea of okay, here's my guest, and here's a very vague idea of what's going to happen. This time, I got nothing. But I did reach out to 80s Made because I seen he was awake. And I said, hey, you want to join us for the roast? And he said he would here in a bit. So that should be a lot of fun. I've been over on his channel, but he's never been over on mine. So that should work out nicely. And then on top of right after we did the unboxing, that day when my mail ran, I ended up getting two more. I thought, gosh dang, why couldn't you showed up when I was going to do the unboxing? I got a thing from Critical Blast, and I got a thing from Sweens. So that should be Oddity and possibly Mike Jimmy's books. Let's see. We got Soul. He's putting the googly eyes. Marinus is also putting the googly eyes. So they're googly eyeing each other. Good to see love blossoming in the chat. Let's see. Oh, Mr. Fisk. Hello, sir. Soul says he's got new week starting out good, though, and now a hopefully nice roast after work. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Soul. Let's see. Open the box. What's in the box? Sugar, good on you. A random roast is better than none at all. Yeah, I was tempted. To just not. And just go back to sleep. That bed felt good. That little nap, I got like a 2-hour nap in, and I woke up and I was like, ugh. I kept telling myself I was going to try to get guests on, and I did reach out to a few people, but they were busy. You know, I tried to schedule something ahead of time, but folks were busy, so it didn't happen. And I'm going to try to schedule some stuff here for the next ones. I really need to plan out what I'm going to do with the channel, because like in terms of content, I probably should do more stuff than just 2 days a week. Because look at 80s, he's already almost, I think he's at 299 subscribers, needs one more for 300, and he's been probably doing this less than a year, I think. And I'm only now at 400. But then again, he streams all the time, and he streams for 8 hours or something. Yeah, and he streams in the evening and stuff as well. So it's gosh dang it. Maybe I need to start doing some more streams or something. Help build so I can see more growth, as they say. Let's see. I'll get there eventually, though. McGee. Hey, McGee, how are you? We ain't had McGee on in a while. Glad to see you in the chat, McGee. Let's see. What's everybody saying? What's that say? Dark? What's dark? Am I me? Yeah, I probably am a bit dark. My light went out in this room. And I haven't bothered to get a new one. I need to get a new light and install it and all. Let's see. More streams equals more viewers, mostly. Yeah. I don't know. Those evening streams I was doing wasn't getting as many views, I felt like. But then again, I was thinking about that. I was like, well, I could do streams in the evening because, it seems like more people are, have more free time in the evening to watch and all. But I thought that and thought about it. I only have one day I could even do it, and that's Saturday. Saturday evening I could do an evening stream, but that's it. So that kind of that hurts. Bring back the reviews, Crusader Kino. Gosh dang it, Crusader Kino. Oh man, that was a pain in the butt to do Crusader Kino. Because I didn't write a script or anything. I just kept doing it over and over again until I got it the way I wanted it. I could do Crusader Kino again. I'd have to find something like medieval themed or something in my stack to do, maybe. Maybe I'll bring back the reviews. It's just people tend to get quite upset when you do the reviews. The creators, some of them tend to get pretty upset with it. And I don't know. It's weird for me to do reviews. I said, it's weird to put my, I'm somebody who's like, well, why put my opinions out there? I don't know. I might do it. And then it's just weird having you're talking comics with people in a way. I don't know. Show off more rifles. Yeah, I could do that. I've gotten enough of those. I got one sitting behind me. I got my Italian Carcano rifle. One of them set with me. The gun that shot John F. Kennedy. Let's see. Also, you can do gaming streams. Yeah, I do need to do that. That was actually something I was planning on doing this past week, was doing a impromptu stream during one of the mornings here this past week, and trying to test, how to set it up and everything. But then I just haven't had a chance to do it. Like, I really need to get this house cleaned. I got messes everywhere. I need to buy some bookshelves and long boxes. But it's like tomorrow I've got to come home from work, go to sleep, and then get up so I can play Pathfinder and stuff with like Nick and them. So I won't have time tomorrow. And then whatever free time I have on my day off that day will probably be spent trying to clean house and stuff like that. Hey, Fanta. Hey, how are you? If Fanta's here, Johnny's probably not far behind. And then you can invite us to play with. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. Yes. Yes. One of these days, I will get Divinity 2, a whole group, a whole party of undead people on Divinity 2 to run around and play. That'd be fun. Because I don't think you can do it single player. I'd also like to try the modding for it. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of good games to play. Let's see. Oh. Hey, 80s.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I moved the mic around and then I almost snapped off the cord. So oh man, I hope I didn't break it. So
yeah, that probably cost you a pretty penny.
Well, no, it's a plug-in cord. I just have to get another cord, but I wouldn't be able to go live. I mean, I would, but I'd have a crappy sound. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's odd to be streaming in the daytime that I hadn't already continued streaming from last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's odd to see you with clothes on.
Surprised you're awake. Well, this is my show, so I gotta.
Oh, so on my show you can be degenerate and show up naked. on your show you have to be presentable. I get it.
Well, I've done it a couple of times on my show. We had Canalis on and stuff, and we were all topless.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, so in the daytime, I have my 5-year-old. So I have daytime responsibilities, which is why I almost never stream. But today, she's decided to watch television in my room. And when she's in there, to her, it's like, giving her candy or something. Like, she's just like, that's like her Disneyland. Like, I don't know, whatever it is. She's got a TV in her room. She's got access to all the VCR tapes, like everything. And, it's just a nonstop chaotic day. But if she gets to watch TV in my room, like, she's good. I would have to take her out of there. So I just fed her. I just stuck her in there, and realistically, I should be okay. But if she starts knocking on the door, I'm gonna have to bounce.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, and then I'm still at Navy time. So and I've never left. I got out of the Navy 2014. The December 2014 is when I end of service. But then I've never stopped that schedule. So I only need 4 hours of sleep, and I'm good.
Yeah, I'm usually a mess with 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I can sleep for longer, but if I go to like, and especially if I'm in a routine and I go to bed a certain time every day, like I'm up 4 hours later. There's no doubt about it. But there are times where I sleep. I can sleep longer. I can put in like a full 8 hours, but it's very rare. Yeah, yeah. So daytime stuff. What are we talking about today?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really have anything planned. I was currently talking to the chat about my plans for the channel, basically.
Plans for the channel.
Yeah, I realized you were at 299 subscribers, and you've been doing.
I was at 300 this morning. I mean, last night when I went to bed, and now I'm at 299. Yeah. Yep. I had an unsub in the middle of the night.
Somebody just didn't like that nice even number.
No, they don't. And that's the thing is like, and I showed somebody like because I since I started the channel in February, I have like 526 subscribers. And sometimes people leave because they didn't get what they signed up for.
Hey, Mike Jimmy.
Hey.
Hello, Mike. Nice to see you in the daytime.
It's been a little while since we had you on, Mike. How are you?
I normally watch the show and I see you around, but like I never really interact too much. Oh, might have to leave anyway. This is my wife.
Oh no.
Let's see. Anyway, she wants to FaceTime me, but she's in Romania.
So,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She's on deployment. She'll be home in a couple weeks. I'll call her in a little bit.
Okay.
I forgot she was calling today. But this is the way I'm just going to sit in this chair and talk to her. So I was like, might as well stay here and talk to you guys.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
No, I've been super busy, so like I've been out of it pretty much.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I got a message this morning and it said, hey, you busy? You want to come hang out? It's like realistically, not really. So I mean, I wanted to hang out. I wasn't busy. I don't really want to hang out, but I showed up anyway.
Wow. I go.
Then there's this guy.
I watch it all the time.
I could have showed up like you showed up. What was that? I said I could have showed up like you show up and just completely showed up naked.
Well, we might have got more viewers.
Very true. You never know. You never know. Like degenerates are awake during the day. I know they are.
Yeah, we got Mike Jimmy here.
There you go.
Yeah. Chris says that 300 subscriber got leaped. Yes, they did. They were like, we're in that part of this.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I had 300 yesterday, and
now you have 300. Ice Queen.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Ice Queen.
Oh, awesome! Thank you. So I got 300 again. That is awesome.
Let me refresh it here.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yep. Yeah, 300.
Oh, awesome! Thank you.
Huzzah!
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I normally do late streams, like late at night, and it goes till whenever, and then to what the hell, Saturday, man. We did a full 12-hour stream, 12.5-hour stream. That was ridiculous.
Let me see. What is your account? Like 80s Made? Because I can't seem to find it on my phone.
Yeah, 80s Made Consumer.
Okay. Not sure if I'm subscribed to you yet.
Yeah, here I'll put the link in. Let's see if it's not already there.
Look at that.
Chris Fisk's here. He can put the link in. Let's see. Somebody can. I don't know who's a wrench on your channel.
Yeah, Soul's got the link.
Oh, okay. All right. Appreciate it, Soul.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a we put on a fun show. I used to make a bunch of videos like, just in the things that I like 80s movies, comic book reviews. I did a lot of CG comic book reviews, that type of stuff. My views on pop culture, movies, Indiana Jones, they're going to throw this Phoebe Waller-Bridge in here and it's going to suck. Like those are my kind of things. But then it kind of moved over to just live streams because I gained a bunch of subscribers, but I had a different audience that were coming for the nerd stuff and a different audience that was coming for the live streams. And a lot of them didn't cross. So like I was losing subs. Like every time we live stream, like I'd lose like 10 people. And so I'm just going to hang out and do the live streams. I think they're more fun and it's, comic books, Comicsgate stuff, like a lot of the times, but then we go to, we talk about anything.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of the thing that I realized was I was enjoying the streams more than I was just making videos.
Yeah,
I get to interact with like Soul and Pale Rider and everybody and have a good time hanging out.
Oh yeah,
it's just making little videos and just putting them out there.
Yeah, I like both. I really do like both, but the issue is, every day I wake up, I'd lose 10 subscribers, and like just to try to maintain that level, and like you're just like, what kind of audience you're serving. So,
Yeah.
I was serving the live stream audience better. We were having more fun, and the brand of comedy. It's obviously it's not for everybody, but we do touch on the stuff we grew up with, the stuff we like, and it's just it's a good time. A bunch of guys get together. Sometimes we have women on the show. But I've been informed many times that we are not friendly towards women. That's not on purpose. It's just that we're a bunch of guys goofing around.
Yeah. You didn't call them broads.
Well, I do call women broads. Yes. Yeah.
You didn't know. You didn't just a minute ago. What's going on? Are you trying to be?
No, I don't know. It wasn't like a slip or anything. It wasn't a slip. I mean, well. No, it just fit. It just fit. Women on the show it just fit.
That's it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. Generally, I call women broads. I have a 80s sense of vocabulary where there's a lot of words that we don't use anymore, but I continue to use them. So
tubular.
Yeah. Well, not just those, but all the banned words that we're not allowed to say. We had this whole entire conversation. I'm not going to rehash and everything, but
no, I get it.
Yeah, I don't definitely use and I had this whole and I explained the whole thing, and like some people get it and some people don't, but I refuse to call Orientals. I refuse to call them Asians because the entire continent of Asia covers a lot more than just a group of people that are usually from the Orient. And if you area Oriental merchandise, then why can't you call the people? And it was where that came from was white college kids. It came from white colleges, the gender studies, the political changes that they were pushing in colleges here. It wasn't the groups of people over there that decided to be changed.
Yeah.
So it's just like that. So that brand of conversation, that brand of humor, it's really not for everybody, and it does put people off. But I'm not here to apologize. I'm here to just be me and have a good time. If you don't want to be here, you don't want to be here. And so just understanding that, if I'm making these really awesome videos about look at this I got all these old video games and check this out, and it draws in this audience, but then we do the live streams. I'm having more fun on the live streams anyway.
Yeah, that's why I don't do pre-recorded shows either. I'll do 2 live shows every week, and that's it.
Right.
And if I can't hit a live show because I'm asleep or working, and their loss. I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, Chris Fizz says review away. Yeah, I don't mind doing reviews, but and I think I'm going to do them more on the live stream. I got this book, or I got this movie, and just because I wasn't doing crazy long ones anyway. I'm just I liked it, I didn't like it. Even when I did my 80s movie reviews, I would because every Sunday in this house we watch 80s movies on purpose, and I was reviewing them, and I was getting a lot of great feedback from that because a lot of my audience is either older or younger. I don't have a ton of the audience that's the exact same age as me, and so on a regular basis it was I've never heard of this movie, and I'm like, how have you not? And then the answer is almost always, well, I was born in the late 2000s, and I'm just like, oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then I was getting a lot of positive feedback from that, and people were enjoying it, but then again it draws in the wrong kind of audience for the live streams.
Yeah.
Yep. Chris Fisk has a great comment.
Even contemplate trying to borrow. That's right. I got my FAL sitting right there. Got my volcano right here. Yep.
No, the reason I've been so busy the last month is one, I told my side job that until the end of August I can work full time, which means doing 10 to 12-hour days.
Yeah.
And then JD Calderon and John Solestri came up to me going, hey, we want to get into Europe. Will you publish us?
Yeah.
So I got 4 new books coming up.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been running overtime on so many levels. It's not even funny anymore. But that's how it goes, I suppose.
Okay. Let's see. Let me try to get to these chats here. Do more reviews. Tear these books to smithereens. Well, there's a lot of books I have strong opinions on.
Well, and that was another thing when I was doing the comic reviews. I was I'm very active on Twitter. I haven't been recently, but I was very active on Twitter, and I'm like, oh, look what I got, and I got this. And so everybody knew that I was getting these books, but then I would only review a few of them, and those are the
Yeah.
ones I'm like, oh, I really enjoyed it, and I go into depth on it. But then like I would get these DMs, man, and like grown ass men have like I don't know where they are in life, because like I get attacked like a woman would talk to you by grown ass men and get their feelings hurt because I didn't review their book. Well, I'm like, your book fucking sucked, and I didn't want to tell the world. But
Yeah,
if you want me to
like-
review it, I will. Like, don't get your feelings hurt. Don't come at me like that. And it's just crazy how these like grown ass men like
Yep.
just they get their feelings hurt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think they feel like they can just DM you and stuff, and I'm just like, we're not buddies, man. This is the internet.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah, that's why
you're
I
giving
kinda-
something for free.
Yeah, I bought your
So
book.
like you don't owe them anything.
Right. Yeah, I bought your book. They didn't send it to me. I bought it. And and if I'm not going to talk about it, that's doing you a favor.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I stopped doing those book reviews. People like those too, but I stopped doing those book reviews because of that reason. I was just tired of like getting the what, hey, how come you didn't talk about my book yet? Well, if you really want to know, your book sucks. Maybe you shouldn't make comments.
Because I don't want to kill your image on the internet.
Right. And it's not even that, because like it's the at the end of the day, especially in Comicsgate books and like everybody that's selling a product or making a product, at the end of the day, it's a community. It's a very, very small community, and there's not a lot of crossover. There's not a lot of influx of new people. So like if you're constantly out there bashing one individual or group of individuals, like it's not a good look for anybody.
No.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Like
Yeah.
you want to show off the good, not highlight
Right,
because there's plenty of drama streams going on right now already.
So much.
So like,
There's
don't
always
worry about it.
infighting.
Give us the good stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then when you try to bring people in, you get the cast that wider net. You try to bring new people in and show them stuff. They get hit with all the negative stuff right away, and that's very off-putting. Yeah. Because I was like, I could make crap videos and be like, oh, I hate this, and then like, oh, this person, I can't stand this person, and it probably get a lot of views. People probably have a good time, but like realistically, that's not gonna draw in a new audience, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, well, that is one thing. Like being negative and outraged gets a lot more views.
Oh,
It gets you more views, but it doesn't get you an audience that you want as a creator or as someone who wants to promote other people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I might start doing the reviews again. It's just like a lot of the ones that I was pretty negative about, I didn't review, and then ones that I did review tended to get like comments
Did you receive
by
Love
the
of Korra 5 yet,
creators
by the way?
or other people, huh?
Did you receive Love of Korra 5 yet, by the way?
I think that's this. I just got it yesterday. It's Critical Blast. So
Yeah, that should be it. Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause I got one from Sweens and one from Critical Blast. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's it.
Yeah,
Totally.
honestly, I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Thank
I know
you.
it got a lot of heat, a lot of negative reviews, but I thought it was fun.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh, Ryu Maverick is with us. Hello.
Hello.
I always say that I got Divinity 2 because of you, then got bored of it.
Yeah, so if anybody wants good reviews, go check out Abra's 2 Cents. She's a great creator, and like I just found her the other day. She's been making videos for years, and she makes a lot of CG comic book reviews. She's reviewed a bunch of books, and she makes great videos, better videos than I ever made.
Okay.
So yeah, that's definitely somebody. If you want good reviews, go check out that channel. Super friendly person.
Cool.
Yeah. And as far as I could tell, like she doesn't want anything in return. She's just a person that's just buying books, and like she's not even like begging people to subscribe to her channel. So I think she had like 99 subscribers, and she'd been making videos for a while. And I found her, and then that night we showed her on the channel, and she got like 14 subs.
Sweet.
The night, so
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is the classy joint. I only get nude for other people's channel.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's the way to go. Yeah. Yep.
No, this is morning time sugar. That's evening sugar.
Let's see.
Sub to 80s channel to see more of that sweet orange turtles hoodie.
Yeah.
I mean, it is cool.
Yeah, I've got a red one, I've got a blue one, so I've got Raphael and Leonardo as well. But they never made Donatello because it was purple, and I think the idea was that men wouldn't wear a purple shirt, but I would in a heartbeat for Donatello.
I was gonna say, like, Donatello was my favorite. Are you kidding me?
Right. And I mean, I've got the 3. I would have definitely had the 4th. And like I've seen men's like full purple Donatello shirts, but like whoever was making these hoodies, they only made the 3 colors and the 3 turtles. And I was just like, well, that was just a waste.
Yeah.
Just a waste.
But this is big news. Fanta says, I don't think Johnny loves me anymore. Whoa.
Whoa.
Talk with Johnny. What is he doing? That's nonsense. Johnny needs to up his Romeo game. Let's see. Marinus says he got 274 subs. He needs a bump as well. Well, everybody go check out.
Drop the links then. I'll subscribe if I'm not.
Marinus also.
I was just going to send. I'll send you here in the private chat. So I'll send you a link for so you can post this up. Abra's channel. Like I said, she makes great videos, man. And like more people in CG would probably appreciate her channel because she makes good videos. Because it was just me being this fat retard going, hey, I just got this book today. I really liked it, and this is the artist, and that was that. But like she actually like clips videos in. She does like a whole intro. Like it's
God, what is going on? What did you send me, mate?
You send the wrong thing.
Yeah, no, that's the StreamYard link for this stream.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? No, I just copied it.
Shouldn't have
been. Hold on.
No, it happens. It happens.
Let's see. I just did it again. So let's try it again. Oh, good thing it wasn't like something really awesome. All right, it looks different now. So maybe this should be it now.
Back to 300 Club. Phantom said she subbed.
Yeah, there we go.
It was also to 80s.
Oh, awesome.
The Battle of the Beards. Mike Jimmy versus 80s.
Yeah. It's like I've always since I got in the Navy, I've had a beard. I haven't shaved since, and I normally carry a long beard, but it's getting very hot here in Virginia, so it might have to go again.
Yeah,
if it goes, it'll be short
again. It's been a week.
Yeah.
Abra's 2 cents.
Yes. Yeah. Great video. She touches on a bunch of topics. Like the last video she made was about Stranger Things and how it's like a dangerous road because they were after the fact editing like some of the first season to kind of retroactively change some things, but it's already been out. It's already been recorded, and just it really is like a dangerous road. And then I watched her video, but then there was and I wanted to check it out. I wanted to see what was actually edited, but now there's a whole bunch of articles saying that never happened. But I'm not so sure because they've retroactively openly said that they've edited the MCU movies by adding in new product placement so they can get more money from it, but that's still changing it. And that was the conversation then is like, when's that going to stop? If all of a sudden, like, this is offensive, we don't like this anymore. So we're just going to edit that out and change that. It changes the entire movie and why people liked it in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you click on videos, Sugar, she's got a whole bunch more. And like I said, she's got a bunch of CG books in there. I don't know when the last time she did a CG book was, but she's done a few. I know she did Starblade. She did Creepsters.
Charlie's London.
Alien Alamo.
Yeah.
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 Shotgun Samurai. Yeah.
Monster MD.
Cool. She's put out. Yeah. Looks like she's got a lot of different CG and indie books here.
Yeah, so definitely super good, great asset to CG, the whole community, comic books in general, and she puts out good videos.
Yeah,
I don't know if she's ever going to live stream, but
subs.
Yeah.
We need to up those numbers.
Yeah, because I think she's been doing it for like 2 years or something. She's been making videos for a while, and yeah, it's kind of a shame. I know EVS saw her Cyberfrog video, loved the thing, and had commented that he was going to promote her on the stream back then, whenever that was, and I don't know what happened from that because I've never heard of her. She just she liked a comment that I had made about some CG book, something I got in the mail. She liked it, and so then I said, "Who is this?" It was the only person I wasn't following, and so I was like, "Well, this is a new person." And I checked it out, and it linked me right over here, and I said, "Oh, everybody needs to know about this person." Yeah.
2 years ago. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
been.
That's what I'm saying. And I've been making videos since February, and I've got 300 subscribers, and like a lot of, she has a video on here that made like 1,500 views, but it was like on topic to what people were looking for, and those views obviously didn't turn to subscribers, but probably because the whole Comicsgate stuff, which we've known that it gets shadow banned.
You generally don't want to use the hashtag.
Well, yeah, it's not even that. It's just the reviews, and I noticed that myself. Like back when I was making the reviews in the comics, like I wasn't growing until somebody in Comicsgate found me and was like, "Hey, you got to check out this dude's stuff." I'm like, he's great. He's got great videos, and then from there, I started growing and then making the live streams.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, Chris. Always a good time with Chris Fisk. He's a great dude, man.
Yeah,
very talented, barrel full of laughs every time he comes on my show.
Great, I don't carry the weight.
Yeah, I'm just going to skip for my convenience store. That's right. That's right, Chris.
He's gonna be up on that rooftop. Watching.
Yes, and see that'll be so when we make the Sugar book, that'll be Chris Fisk's character. He'll be the half Korean on the rooftop with the AK-47. Yeah. Saying, "Go away, you know, bye." Yeah.
AV8R Surge. Hello.
Hey.
Hello, Chris. Guests in chat.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Let me see what else is going on. Success is always busy, Mike Jimmy says so.
Yeah, that it is. Oh my God! Don't get me started.
Here's my review. Your book fucking sucked.
Yes, that's a review.
Hey, it's Johnny. Hey, Johnny. He says, "You're not my buddy, pal."
Well,
You're not my pal, friend.
Let's see. This is why 80s Maid hasn't reviewed my books yet. I appreciate the
Dave, that is BS. You know you got one of the best books going on
well,
right
that's
now.
the other thing is I haven't got everybody's book, so I was like, I don't think I got your book. But I do back a lot of books. I do that. So that is one thing that other people notice too. But I haven't got everybody.
Perfect 10, dude. You got to get on Perfect 10.
What book does Genuine have?
Perfect 10.
Oh, I backed it. But I think I had to get the catch-up tier because I didn't get the first one, right?
That's possible. Yeah,
right, it's Perfect 10 here. I'll pull it up right now. I'll tell you what I backed. I'll be honest. I'll show my dirty laundry. I mean, I won't like show it because I don't want to dox myself because I do that enough on my own channel. And like I said, one day I will dox my wiener. You take that however you want. Maybe it's on purpose. Maybe it's accident. It will be doxed one day.
Oh no!
That'll be the day Sugar's like, I gotta clip that. Let's see. All right, so
for future generations, this must be saved.
Yes. All right, so just recently, in no special order except for just recently backwards. Dead Stop, Tour of Terror. I just backed that. Infinity Tale Chronicles, The War of the Trees. I backed that so I can send it to James because he's in Canada and there's a whole shipping thing. But I'm gonna get stuck with the shipping now. Thanks, James. Magnificent Bastards, The Walrus. I got the T-shirt. I got the Magnificent Bastards, the comic book. Tiger Blue 2. I got that with the catch-up tier because I missed the first one. Let's see. Rich Ayala's Roach Balls. Got that one. Charlie's London from Walworth to Wartime. Shadowpunk. SPQR, Bizarre Adventure, and Elysium Fields Remaster. Now, the trick is I didn't get that book because I didn't want that book because it was very weebish and manga, and I'm not a big fan. However, I did back because I want to support him. I did back the Mo Biggs Tears mug, and when it comes to me, I'm going to scratch out the tears and write crack. So it's going to say Mo Biggs crack mug. I may do like a one line, like a red one line, and then write crack in there. Yeah. So that was the plan for that. So yeah, it wasn't that. It's just like that particular book, that brand. It's really not for me, but I did want to support them, so I got something. Luminovox. I just backed that one. I love everything about that. That art looks amazing.
Yes.
Let's see. Next page. Groken 2. I backed the second one. I actually got the first one floating around here somewhere because I picked it up on eBay. Let's see. Magnificent Bastards. Again. All right. So I backed another Magnificent Bastards. I don't know what I did. Maybe I got 2 shirts. Oh, that's right. I backed the hoodie. So that was the other one. So I got the comic book this time, but the other 2 things, it was the t-shirt and the hoodie. So I was back in clothes. Because see, on my channel, Chris, I wear clothes. Yeah.
Wow.
And on my channel, Sugar Chris shows up naked every time. The Company Men, Red, White, and Blue, which I just showed you guys there. I got that one. Or Dead, Red, White, and Blue. Fiendish, which I'm super excited about that one. Can't wait.
Oh, yes.
I got Edwin's book. Yeah, see, what's
Oh
that?
my
See, I saw
God,
that.
you son of a bitch. I'm still waiting for mine.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Right? Because I just got the book. I
Yeah.
just got the book.
Yeah,
and
I got
the
like the big
poster.
tier. I got the
Yeah.
all in tier.
Yeah, well, when I got it, it
was
was towards the end. So when I got it like a couple weeks. There was I don't know how often Rainey comes on your show, but like I was watching your show and Rainey had popped on and you guys were talking about her art book, that art book she had. And so, yeah, I didn't get mine yet. But whenever she was on that day, I had already backed it like a couple weeks previous, but it was like towards the end. And so like I haven't got mine yet. And I already knew all that. Not worried. Can't wait. Yeah, definitely no ill will. I know the whole nonsense with the printing and all that jazz. So looking forward to that one. Already signed up for Fiendish 2. Super excited.
Yeah.
She's been on a few different times on our
Edwin's book, The Ace Volume 2. I did the Slam Buddy and I got the book. So I got the 2 separate things. So there's the Slam Buddy there. Reaper Destroyer. Kozar. I'm really looking forward to that one. Corey Barton. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kozar. Yeah. Super excited about that one. Tales from the Natverse. Did that one. And I got a big thing because I spent $75. I got the book 1 and 2. That's what I did. So I got the catch up tier. Death, Joe Ball. Relentless Tin Soldier, got that one. Let's see. These are all ones, obviously, I'm waiting for the majority of these. I haven't gotten any of these yet. Nosfero, I actually backed that 3 times. Because the first one I backed it to get my toe wet. I was like, oh, I really want this. But then as watching Sean's channel and seeing the stuff, there was a few things I wanted this other tier. So I picked up this bigger, the sketch, like he did a head sketch or whatever. So I picked that up, which is obviously was more expensive. So now I backed it twice. But then I was on eBay and I came across somebody who was actually selling his art book, which I missed that whole thing because that was before I was watching him. Because at the time I was only watching EBS streams, John Malin, Shane Davis, those guys. And so like I didn't know who Sean was. And but on eBay I found his art book. So I asked him what it was. And he told me it was an old campaign or whatever, and how I could get them, I had to back the book again. So then I had to back the book, and then I had to add that in. So I backed it 3 times. So I will have 3 copies of Nosfero, but not really on purpose. I mean, but it's fine. I want to support him. Great dude, great book. Looking forward to it. But I will have extras if somebody needs Nosfero. Fiendish. Let's see. Did I back Fiendish twice?
AV.
Looks like I did. Looks like I backed it twice. Truth, Justice, and The American Way.
He says, I read
Replicator
your
3 and the Ace. And that's the ones I'm all waiting on.
He says, I read your book and it made me cry when I realized what a waste of my money.
Yes. Good times. Yeah, so I got those ones. Let's see, anything else? Sins of the Fae, got that one. Let's see, She, obviously I like Billy Tucci, one of my favorite artists, especially in CG, but I liked Billy Tucci before CG. So She, picked that up, really loving it, because I like all the other stuff that he put out anyway, and I love the artwork. Aaron Lopresti's Wraith of God, and that book I just got it. It's somewhere, it's right here, and I got the Dale Keown cover. See that? So absolutely love this book. Oh yes, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's from the first She campaign there on Indiegogo.
Oh wow, I never saw that. That is super awesome. Yeah. I'm jealous of that print. I really like it. But I picked up a She book. like a hardcover from the 90s, and it's the cover is Frazetta. Frank Frazetta actually did a she for Billy Tucci. Tucci commissioned, and they were friends outside, like they knew each other, and there was the whole thing because like his granddaughter Sarah Frazetta actually is like a little girl, was going to the cons and actually knew who Billy Tucci was, and she's been on. I don't know if she's been on his show or somewhere else, but there was a show that I watched where she was invited, and they were just reminiscing about old times and stuff.
She's been on that Pop XP show.
That's what it was. So Billy Tucci was there, and she was on the Pop XP, and they were having a conversation about going to the conventions and that whole thing. So yeah, Tucci knew Frazetta, and he commissioned to do the she cover. So the cover of that book is Frank Frazetta, and obviously if you love comics and stuff, like if you don't know who Frank Frazetta is, then I don't know if you've been living under a rock, but like who hasn't been influenced. And that's one of my favorite stories of Sarah Frazetta. Is she was telling how she knew of her grandfather, obviously growing up, but like she never understood the impact that he had, and what it was it was after he passed, and she was like on a movie set or a TV set or something where she was like really, really into it, and just everybody and their brother was like telling her how, and these are non-artists, they're like filmmakers and camera guys and makeup people and stuff, that's obviously they're an artist in their own right, but they don't paint, and how Frazetta influenced them their entire life. And again, I'm not an artist, I don't do that. So I'm not an artist, I don't do that, but how Frazetta has influenced me, it's the same kind of thing. It's the art I like, it's the stuff I'm into. I'm into that high fantasy, so that was always a thing. And so to find out Frazetta did that cover for I just had to have that book.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty awesome to get a Frazetta. I never even knew he did a piece for she.
No.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now and I'll share it here. I'll see. Nobody cares about my list of backing books, but I do back a lot of books. But no, I didn't. Let's see. What was the book? Perfect 10. I'm pretty sure I did back Perfect 10. So I got
Perfect 10.
Truth, Justice, The American Way. Let's see. Infinity Tale Chronicles for myself. Black and White Volume 2. Sarah Bum. Perfect 10, issue 3, and I got the catch up. So yeah. So I did, and I backed that April 12th, and yep. So I just haven't got it yet.
Donatello was his favorite turtle too.
Damn right.
Oh, Fanta's at 342 subs. Sweet. Yeah, let's get that number up too. Yeah. Give Fanta a sub. Yeah, do it. Okay. Link to Abras. Thank you. We got Creators Outlet. Hail, sir. Greg says YouTube is as bad as Facebook for promotion these days. Okay. He says you have to sell your integrity for reach.
Yes, I just sent you a link for this. So this is Frazetta commissioned piece for she.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I mean that's two worlds colliding right there for me.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, and when I saw that, I just had to have it. So I tracked it down. I actually got it brand new, which in a way it was cool because it was still wrapped in its cellophane or whatever from the 90s, but that glue it didn't over the years it kind of hardened. So like opening it up, I'm afraid the pages might fall out. But yeah, that's super awesome.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
that's nice. Greg says beards are for lumberjacks and hipsters, and none of you fools look like lumberjacks.
Well, I'm not a hipster. I'm born in '82, and I like all this nerd shit. The closest thing to being a hipster that anybody can call me on is that I drink whiskey and I smoke tobacco out of a pipe. But I also grew up in a time where men smoking pipes was on television all the time, in the movies and everything. Yeah. It went out of fashion more in the 90s. Well, maybe in the 80s. But I mean, growing up in the 80s, I remember watching it my entire life. So I know it's a hipster thing now, but it was kind of how I grew up.
I'm not a lumberjack. I don't put on women's clothing and hang around in bars.
Not in the morning. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
do it in the evening either,
It's 5
80.
o'clock somewhere, and after
You
5
said it
o'clock,
yourself.
it's all good to
Don't
go.
wear any clothes in the evening.
Well, there's a window. So I said after 5 o'clock, the dress comes on, and then at a certain time, the dress just comes off.
It's a working window, 5 to 8, the dress is on.
There you go. 5 to 8, the dress is on. Yes.
He's definitely shadow banned because he uses the CG hashtag on everything.
Yeah.
Greg says he respects 80s because he's a chill guy. And when you engage him in a difficult topic, he doesn't instantly go into pussy mode and act like you're a problem.
Oh, no. God, no. No. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you're a problem, Greg.
You think I'm a problem?
No, Greg's a problem. Yeah, he's difficult.
He brings up topics that people don't like to talk about. And obviously, sometimes those topics will turn people off, and so that's generally what I'm not there for. But yeah, Greg's like the only one that's ever been able to like get me to talk about stuff like that. I'm just like, stop. We're here for comics and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Greg's a trip.
Yeah.
Feed, hello, Feed. He says, I remember the 2 cent girl. Has she done something new?
She just released a couple videos the other day, like nothing special.
2 cent girl. Oh,
right.
No,
It's the same one.
Yeah, I think I know who he's talking about.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, that's a long time ago. Yeah. A lot of CG people could learn from 80s, says Greg.
So shut the fuck up. It may have turned out of fashion before it turned 18, but it doesn't mean I don't like smoking a pipe.
Yeah.
Not a crack pipe, normal one. Tobacco.
Well, there's nothing wrong with crack pipes. That's your brand. But
I would like to live.
yeah. No, I've like several tobacco pipes and the whole whiskey thing, but like that's another thing too. Like I don't do it often because I don't smoke in the house, kind of thing. And we live in Virginia now because my wife's still in the military, but it's so hot here. I don't want to go outside like ever.
No.
And so like when I was upstate New York, like it was just a thing you sit on the porch. It was one of them things. Just drink some whiskey, smoke a pipe. It's one of them. So lately, I only really do it mostly when I go visit my in-laws in Ohio.
Fist says, weeb crack. I heard that shit will make you go all Chinese.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you get weeb crack from Space China. Yeah.
Oh my god, is 80s made Mo Biggs? Well, I mean, we haven't seen him.
No, Mo's in the chat all the time when I'm live, so there's absolutely no way I could be Mo.
That's true. 80s is too boomer to operate the chat and
absolutely
the stream at the same time.
There's no way. Yeah, I was like, one, I can't even read my chats half the damn time anyway, and when I do read them, it comes out all mush mouth. So.
Feed says he got his Phoenix like a year ago. well, some of us had to wait for our
there was a whole pricing fiasco, so I'm waiting on mine, but I did back it.
Yeah. I'm just patiently waiting. I'm not worried.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Yeah. That's obviously one I know it's going to happen. I'd like to read it, obviously, but yeah, no rush, no worries, no complaining about it. And there's only one book now that I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on Fatal. Well, 2. I'm waiting on Fatal and Cash Grab. So Cash Grab was clearly like one I'm not worried about. I felt that I was buying into the scam when I gave him my money. But
I mean, it's literally called Cash Grab.
Right, yeah. So I'm not even going to complain about that one. But if I ever get a book out of it, great. I'll actually review that one. But then, Fatal. So then that would mean, other than the newer books that I recently backed that are nowhere near finish line, the only one I'm waiting on is Fatal. Which, the art looks good. I can't wait. I don't know what's going to happen with that second campaign or moving forward. I know that it's been a little while, and a lot of people complain about waiting for books, but I'm one of those guys that it doesn't matter, man, as long as I get it eventually.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm late on one book, but it was completely out of my hands, and I hate it.
Oh,
I'm the type of guy that will go, okay, book finished, then we go to crowdfunding.
Yeah,
but because this was something that I was financing and publishing, it took longer, and the artist was not the greatest to work with, so we're switching it up. But I received them last week, and they're gonna go out in the coming week.
Okay.
like, yeah, it happens. I know, like, it sucks that I'm a half a year late, but like, communication is key.
Well, that's a big thing for some people, but personally, I don't look at the deadline. If you say you're going to get the book out, and I mean, I guess that's important to some people, but for me, I like the art. I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to support it. And, you definitely get a vibe from some people. Like it's
Yeah.
not in the beginning stages of CG anymore where, maybe you'll get a book, maybe you won't. And you're glad to get a product at the end of the day. And some people just took the money and ran. But like now you definitely get a vibe. People have been in the community for a while. People, you talk to them every day on Twitter, that type of thing. You tend to know they're not going anywhere kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fitz said he had to drop off some perks at the post office. He's going to be back in a bit if the stream's still going.
Okay.
See you later, Mr. Fitz.
Yeah, I can't guarantee I'll be here, but I'll hang out.
Serge said he didn't get the black and white one, only the color, so he received it not too long ago. Reddit loved that. I think he's talking about Fiendish.
Yeah, probably. I assume so.
Recent BattleTech controversy to Greg. I've seen that. Yes, I've seen the recent controversy with BattleTech. Yeah, sounds like the cancel culture folks and whatnot are going for BattleTech now.
No.
Oh, they go for everything.
Yeah, they've gotten bored with Warhammer and moving on to BattleTech.
Sounds about right.
Let's see.
Hello, Odin.
Oh, great. Tail Rider's here. It says, keep an eye on the back room for the cause. No, what? God dang it, Pale
But
Rider.
yeah,
No. Why has he got to
best way to get demonetized and or kicked off of YouTube.
Yes.
He's always got to embarrass me.
Good times.
Dang it, Pale Rider. Let's see. Mech anime or something that I look at and think badass mech design. Then when I watch the show, read the book, the writing is trash.
Yeah.
That's why I've modeled my life, not just the channel and everything, out of what I grew up with, things I like, and pretty much very rarely is there anything past 2000 that I'm into, and or that you can get me to watch. Like it has to be highly recommended, no woke nonsense, and not just mediocre because there's no woke in it. Like it has to be pretty freaking good. And so like even most recently, the newest thing I watched was that I enjoyed was Beavis and Butthead, the new movie. I didn't expect it to be fun, but like it's a Beavis and Butthead movie. So like just like the first one, I'm probably never going to see it again, but it was fun for what it was. It was enjoyable and I laughed. But other than that, if it's past 2000, I really don't get into it because I've been recommended so many things and been still burnt because I was like, oh, you like this because it's not hitting you over the head with woke nonsense, but at its core, it sucks. Like it's mediocre,
that doesn't make it good. Yeah. That's what I've noticed. The people nowadays are like, well, it's not woke. Well, that doesn't make it good,
right?
though.
Yeah, it's still shit. Watch something else.
Like why is the bar there?
Right? Yeah. There's over 400,000 movies ever made so far, and they're making more all the time. You can't tell me you can't find something to watch. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be new, and you'll enjoy it.
To be modern, like
it doesn't have to be modern. I watched so many things, and that's why I was doing the 80s movie review. Is to just show people what's out there, and I might start that back up again. But that's something I really enjoyed because those are the movies we watch in this house.
Like that's how I've kind of felt with DC and Marvel comics. After like very early 2000s, I don't really read anything.
Yeah,
because I'm like, it's just not that good, and I don't need it. They've been putting out books for ages. Why do I need to go read this new stuff?
So you can get ideas for the Sugar Book.
Gosh damn it, 80s.
So I don't know. So Mike, on our show, we've decided that Sugar's going to be his own character, and he's going to make the Sugar Book, and it's going to be him with the lore from the chat of the show, like him wearing the red dress, the whole singing thing, the guns, and he's his own. And he's like Boss Hog, but he's got male strippers. There's like or male prostitutes under his wing. There's like a whole thing. Yeah, and Mo Biggs will be the villain.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't show up until the show ends.
Right. Yeah, and it'll be more like the Claw from Inspector Gadget. Like
I was going to say, catch you
yeah.
next time.
It'll be from behind. Yeah. It'll be like
Exactly.
Yeah, and then Sugar's like, oh man, yeah.
Like just a guy shadow sitting in
Mhm.
front of his computer. I'll catch the next stream, Sugar.
Yeah. It'll be something like that. Yeah. At first he threatened us with lawyers, but then he slowly came around to it a little bit. So, and he's shaking his head no. He's shaking his head no. But it went from like I will get the lawyers to he left the stream last time and it wasn't a hard no.
He just has to grow into it. It's
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because
just
I was explaining to him like we weren't making fun of him, and if he was making the book, like it's fun. It's taking a lore from the chat that the chat created that has fun, and it's profiting from it. But then you've created a character that people enjoy. And clearly,
sometimes you just gotta roll with it. I agree.
that's what I said, man. I said you want to make fun of me, go right ahead. Like there's this whole lore on our channel. We talk about retards all the time, and like we're all retarded. And so like there's clips now where like we put our faces on retards.
He's bringing out the guns.
See, and when we talk about this stuff, he brings out the guns, he starts cleaning them. It's like an intimidating thing. And I was like, Sugar, we're on the internet. You can intimidate you all you want. Yeah.
Feed says the last things he backed was Axe Wielder John, Guardians of Erloth, and Perfect 10.
Were the last things that back. Mostly a Kickstarter, honestly.
Perfect 10 issue 3 Indiegogo campaign. Thank you, Soul. Creators Outlet wants subs. So there you go, people. If you want to go give some subs out, go check out Creators Outlet's channel. Chris is like 2 hours behind the chat, especially with Greg ranting about anime. Well, with Greg ranting about anime, I would never get done reading chat.
Let's see. I backed Ed Gein Demon Hunter, The Long Shots, Black Rhapsody, Northern Blood, The Sin Killer, issue 2. Only Death Can Save Us, Shift,
Awesome.
Nephilim Squadron.
Genuine.
Yeah, like it's been pretty slow, but the money has been tight, and I'm really looking into getting more books published. So it's even tighter. But that's how I can't do as much as I'd like to.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. Like, and that's the thing is like I do get told that I back a lot of books, and that same kind of thing. There's a lot of creators in this.
Uh-oh.
I
think we lost him.
Yeah, well, I was for a second afraid it was me because you were not moving either, and I was like, "Wait, is that?"
I'm here.
Okay.
My internet now?
Yeah, you froze up there.
Yeah, you had a hiccup.
Yeah, it should. I'm plugged in, hardwired. I'm not doing anything, so it shouldn't be an issue. But
No, it's probably
The
the
internet-
connection
internet's
itself somewhere in the
ridiculous.
router.
Yeah.
you pay for like high-end internet, and they give you shit.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that I back a lot of books, but like that's kind of my thing. Like my name is 80s Made Consumer. I buy stuff.
80s get defensive about the hipster comment. Seems suspicious. Like he knows he's a hipster, but he's trying to blend in.
Wow.
There's a difference between being a hipster though. Like you can say I'm defensive, but I grew up with all this stuff and I never changed it. So the fact that I play like Super Nintendo and GameCube and stuff, these are all the systems that I played when I was a kid. So like even though they consider it retro gaming, I just consider it gaming. I never stopped. And so it's the same kind of thing. Like the stuff I think is cool is the same stuff that hipsters think is cool. Yeah. Most of the time, though, they're a lot younger than me.
Yeah, that is the main thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Try to get caught up in the chat. Greg's talking about how Greg is talking about how much he wants to bang the chicks that work at Marvel. I guess I don't know. That's weird.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Rich,
Oliver's
hey,
here.
Rich.
Rich Ayala.
Hey.
Awesome.
In Odin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Warren Odin. Hail Ming.
Trying to get caught up. Everybody should go check out Roach Balls. It's good looking stuff.
It's a good one. I backed that one a while ago. I liked that one. Looks really good.
I'm gonna have to
Like I
get
said, like-
Odin on sometime.
Yeah, he works during the day.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
he's not a degenerate like us. He's got things to do.
gosh dang it, Odin! I'll have to do an evening show then.
Yeah, but he gets to watch these shows while he works. So I mean, is he really working?
Yeah, is he really working that hard?
Yeah. Is he really working? You know.
Let's see. Talk. What? Tell anywhere. What?
Tell me where the cosplayer girl hurt you.
How many birds have you already had this morning, Pale Rider? Gosh dang it.
Yeah. It wasn't a cosplayer girl. It was a cosplayer
gigantic
guy.
badonkadonks.
There, man.
It was a cosplayer guy. Yeah, it was ma'am. That's who hurt Sugar.
Ooh.
Hey, Oliver. Hello,
Oliver
Oliver.
656. That's another great looking comic. I backed that one. Yep.
Did you read my comment there the other day when I asked you if you there the other night when I asked you about if you'd read Undead Border, if you backed it?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't read that one. What's that one?
See, that's why you was gatekeeping me. See?
No,
didn't answer my question.
you were being pretty gay, so I just ignored what you were saying. It's a difference of gatekeeping. Like gatekeeping is like a purposeful thing. You know, yeah, I just had to ignore you for a moment. You were like whining about something.
Guys, I am terribly sorry. I am needed elsewhere.
Okay.
All right,
so
my Jimmy.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
You know, fun meeting you ladies.
Yeah.
Sugar, always a pleasure. Hopefully I'll be able to hang around a little more again, but we'll have to see. And yeah, take it easy, guys.
All right,
Catch you
man.
later.
Yep. Later, Mike. But yeah, have you read Undead Border?
No, I just told you no. And then you
Oh,
told me I was gatekeeping you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you do a lot.
Well, stop whining. Maybe I'll stop gatekeeping you.
Now I know how Mo feels. But no, Undead Border was pretty good.
Who did that one?
656.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Oh, is that the one with the hand and the holding the skull there?
No, that's Cryptidnals.
Okay, so that's the one. See, I didn't know about the Undead one, but Cryptidnals is the one that I wanted to get. I saw that cover, and then like for some reason, I don't know if it was just like I didn't see anybody review it. I didn't see anybody talk about it. I remember seeing that cover. I was like, oh, it's super awesome. On payday, I'm gonna go get that book. And then I went to go back, like, you type in comics and just shows you what's available.
Yeah.
I never saw it again. And then before I knew it, like, I just kind of forgot about it. And then I saw him on somebody else's stream, probably B-Rose or whatever, showing off that book. And I was like, that's that book that I wanted. And then so, like, when this one came up, I was like, yeah, I got to get this one.
Yeah. I like everything I've read so far from 656.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
So, like, if they throw up those, second chance tiers, I'll get them.
Yeah, and I like the art too. The art's
Yeah, the art looks dope, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, so I backed the newest one. I think probably last night. So whatever last time I streamed, I did. Because I said I was gonna back a book that night no matter what. And I had planned on pulling his book up anyway, but then like the chat got crazy. It was a little ridiculous,
Yeah.
We had what was it? Eagle Rider was on, and she was just talking over everybody. It was a little ridiculous. And so like I kind of brushed through it, and then I forgot to pull that one up. But then Oliver popped on the chat. I was like, "Oh man!" And it just sparked that memory as I pop it up, and I showed everybody, and then I backed it right then.
Oliver says 80s Made has the best backdrop in streaming. Everybody
Yeah,
else
hell
says,
yeah, I do.
Yeah, it is well done. Well
Yeah,
done.
but that's the thing.
It
Is
has a
like, and I
blockbuster
didn't
back
go out and
then.
buy all this stuff. Like I had it. I just moved it up here. Like when I say this is my lifestyle, it is. Like I've got VCR tapes, all the old stuff. Like, and I like toys, so I got the Turtle Van now. I got that a couple months ago, but yeah, super excited about that stuff, man.
Yeah, maybe
Always.
I should go just bring some of my shit.
Yeah, and that black and white TV that works, and that NES is hooked up to it.
Sweet. Yeah, bring down my old consoles and all that stuff. Do it
Yeah,
up.
and then I got this here. I'll turn this light off here.
Everything.
I got and then behind that light, you're not gonna be able to see it because the Nintendo's blocking it. But I'll turn that light off, you can see it maybe better. So like behind the Nintendo is autograph picture of Cyberfrog.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it was 11 by 17, and I never saw it. I didn't know it was attached to a campaign or however it was, but I picked it up on eBay, and I was just hoping it was legitimate because I had never seen it before. And then somebody had tweeted out to Ethan about same kind of thing, like, "Hey, I picked this up on eBay. Is it legit?" And so I was like, "Hey, me too." I took a picture of it, and he said yes and yes, they were both legit. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, because I picked it up on eBay probably like a year or two ago, and it's one of my favorite pieces. But then I covered it up with the Nintendo, so you really can't see it. Yeah.
Geez, sugar, I take it back. You have the best backdrop. Just
Yeah, put those guns away.
I have plenty of untold Chris lore. I'll send the files over. There's no.
Oh,
Untold
awesome,
lore that
awesome!
you
Because then we can
know,
put that comic
Colorado.
book together. We can put that comic book together. Were you there when we were talking about making that game? We're talking about making that game, and with all of us being retarded, doing like the retarded Street Fighter game.
Yeah.
And you were gonna be the end character. Were you there for that?
Yeah.
Were you in the chat?
I was in the chat, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That
I
was a good time. That was a good time. I enjoyed it.
Oh, look, it's Emma. Emma.
Hello,
Miss
hello.
McLernan. She had a good one. Reality Hackers. She had a good book.
Okay. Check it out.
Let's see. Sugar extra far behind the chat. It's the curse of 80s made. Yeah. 80s rubbing off on me.
Yeah. Better than rub it on you.
Sin Killer. Hello, sir.
Let's see.
He says, "Greetings, sinners. YouTube did not send me the notification." Wow.
Yeah, YouTube's horrible with that.
YouTube don't love me anymore. Sup, guys? Not much, Miss McLaren. I need to get you back on here sometime. Yeah, always glad to have you around, Emma. Rally Hackers she does good art. She has good art.
Okay.
80s. Yeah, she does. Her book was good looking stuff.
Awesome. No, so she did a book, and then she's a good artist. Is she doing commissions, or is she currently working on a new book? What's going on?
I know she was having stuff where she had to do with her work and things like that. I know she is working on another Reality Hackers book.
Okay. You got an example of it?
I don't know if where is my Reality Hackers? I think it's with the other crowdfunded books, so I don't have it on me. But my let's see, yeah, she did my thumbnail here, my little picture here of me. That's her art. And
really? Okay. Yeah. Well, I've got my characters, and I'm super far from like throwing down money for pages, but like I'm getting my the rough designs of my characters, and then the next step will be getting like a full on like finished product, like a different artist vision of my character. So that would be the next step. So I'm definitely looking for that.
Yeah, like her Reality Hackers book was really good.
I know once a Big Boy Robo is done with the rough sketches and I pay him, he's going to hit those over to me. And I know Odin wanted to take a crack at it, kind of for fun, like he was talking about that, and just for me. But I'm definitely looking for a full on, like, here's your artist, or here's your character, and here's what I think of it.
There we go. Reality Hackers.
Awesome. Yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting book.
Yeah, I like the color scheme
and whatnot.
Yeah.
Booba. Yeah, I thought she did a good job with the art and everything.
Oh, I saw this page. I've seen this. I saw this. Where did I don't know why I didn't get it though. Why didn't I get this? I don't remember.
Yeah,
maybe I saw it after the fact. Maybe I saw it on like something that didn't exist anymore. Can you still get this? Is it still up?
Yeah, it's still in demand, I think.
Oh, maybe I'll check it out then. Send me the link. I'll check it out.
Still in demand.
Reality Hackers. All right, I'll check it out. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like a good one.
And
that's probably why it was. It's like it's one of those you just because I don't specifically look for stuff, but you go to Indiegogo and you type in comics, and it gives you not only what they're pushing at the moment. It's almost always the highest ones, but then they keep showing like all of the ones that have ended, and then if you switch it, your only real options are ending soon or just launched, and there's nothing in between.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I really don't like about Indiegogo with like
Yeah.
Kickstarters. Kickstarter, you get like all the books that are currently live.
Right,
And then
right.
with
Yeah.
Indiegogo, it's like, well, here's like all these old ones that are ended, and that's it. Like half the ones that are live, you don't see. Like, it's like I want to find the books.
Yeah.
Let's see, where was I?
Yeah. Odin says, is he really working? No, just really making money. Yeah. I was like, just because you're making money doesn't mean you're working.
Oh, Lordy. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, get caught up with these chats. There's some like good ones. Yeah, this one, yeah.
Oh, getting the books tomorrow and fulfilling for the next couple weeks. Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. I'm super excited, man. Can't
Yeah.
wait for Roach.
I can't wait to look at the art.
Yeah.
I like Rich's art.
Oh, it is. It's fun, man.
Yeah,
It really is.
everything like just it looks like it's just fun.
Well,
Yeah.
that's I've said before, because like, and I've showed people too, and I've we brought it up on the show a bunch of times. We've talked about it and stuff, but like, maybe that book is not for everybody, just because like there are certain people that like Spider-Man, and they're going to be superheroes, and that's all that they kind of go towards and gravitate and read. But you can't deny that art isn't fucking amazing. Yeah, I don't know why you keep showing off the guns.
There.
Yeah.
Put that there.
Yeah, worry about the chat, brother.
I'll get around to it.
Oh, okay. All right.
You have no room to tell me to worry about the chat, sir.
Yeah. You read one chat and then you forgot about it.
80s. You were giving shit about Allie giving you hell, and look at you doing the same thing.
No. I'm not giving you hell. You read one and then forgot about him again. I'll read a couple and then I'll get sidetracked. You read one. Yeah, Ellie was giving me shit, which was fun. Yeah, but she hasn't been back since. I don't know if she's been busy or if like she didn't like the fact that I didn't read the chats.
She commented. I just seen her comment on something there on Twitter. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, "Oh man, she's doing it again."
Oh yeah.
I just can't remember who she was saying it to. But what's the chat saying? You can skip. Oh, Amanda B's here. Hello.
Hey, Amanda B.
You skip order. I want to move on to the rest of the order.
There you go.
Always love to see Amanda B with us. Nice mutton chops. Thank you, Emma. I appreciate that. I do love mutton chops.
Yeah,
so,
I used to have them before I went in the Navy. I had mutton chops. I had them for years, and it was just the fact that at the time my wife didn't like them, so I had them.
Yeah. I've been hitting the gym because I need to get big. I need to get bigger. I need to get more bulk on me to really do the mutton chops justice. I feel like being a scrawny man just doesn't work with mutton chops.
No, I mean, I don't know. Like how big are you trying to get?
I don't know.
You're trying to get big enough so you can defend yourself against all the boys, at the gym. You invited me on. You knew what you were getting into.
I'm glad. I embarrassed myself at the gym yesterday. Went and was working out. Well, I had ate a big old thing of meatballs that Mom had made. Over there where she was at. So I went and I grabbed some and I ate it on my day off. And then it was like, I guess like maybe the salt or something in it gave me kind of like some acid reflux or something. I was like, I got to work out. I got to go do it. So I went, was working out, and was having little burps and stuff. And then like there was two guys in there, and then I was like, oh, I feel a little burp coming on, and it was just like, brrr, super loud.
Nice. It's like the reverse of that lunk alarm. Planet Fitness has that lunk alarm. That's supposed to be ridiculous. You're out there just like burping all over the place.
Yeah.
Good times.
I couldn't help it. It just kept happening.
You have to add that into your Sugar Crisp book, your sugar book. That'll be your superpower.
I was like, gosh, that's embarrassing. And then I had a girl that used to work with me at the store. She was in when I was working, and she's now working at Walmart.
Mhm.
But before she had worked at a chicken plant, and then at Woodmart. And the chicken plant's a pretty bad place. It's like people over there behave like dogs. No, but like my dad used to tell me about how bad it was over there, and it's gotten worse since then. When he worked there, he would say like you'd see a woman just jerking a guy off and while working the line. It's like, geez,
Good
dude.
times. Good times.
He's like, yeah. He was saying like, people.
What was this? This was a food place, like a restaurant?
Chicken plant, like
Holy
Walmart or
crap.
Longacre and stuff. And the safety was really terrible there. He said he'd seen people get killed and stuff.
Oh, so it was like the factory, so the actual chicken plant, like the
where
factory.
you're processing
Okay, I see
chicken and stuff, like
Okay.
killing them. And
I get that part, but like, I mean, I was a degenerate in my life. I was young. I've had sex at work. I've had all that thing. But like, if I worked in like a place like a chicken processing plant, like, getting my dick whacked is probably like the farthest thing from my mind.
yeah, you would think.
It's like you're like, hey, babe, like because they're all like usually like aren't they in like the lab coats and like they're all decked out and stuff in those places? It just seems like a weird place to, just like, hey, you wanna, give me.
My dad would come back. He had like a big like coverall uniform, like one big piece, and it would just be reeking of chicken shit every day. He would come home.
None of that.
Yeah, like, what is about any of that's appealing to go do that? But,
well, I guess.
But my former coworker, she went to work there, and I had told her before about how bad it was. And she came back, she's like, yeah, I couldn't work there anymore because of like the harassment stuff. But she told me about how like she'd be going up, like there'd be dudes getting their dick sucked in the stairwell and stuff like that. But it's also,
it just seems like an odd place.
Yeah, but also they have a lot of, well, it used to be really bad for illegals and stuff. Like people coming in.
Oh, that makes sense then. Yeah,
like Mexicans and
stuff.
Yeah. And so, as they say, but because a lot of them are from Mexico.
Yeah.
But so it was a bunch of illegal people. Well, she was saying about how they were constantly harassing her, like the Mexican gentlemen were like always just trying to sexually harass her and so that. And like the one day she said she went out to go smoke, like, and technically you're not supposed to go out, but everybody does it. So she went out to go smoke, and like the guys were like just following her. These Mexican guys were following her around, trying to kiss her, touching her and everything. And doing all kinds of stuff, and they blamed her for going outside.
Yeah,
her bosses blamed her for going outside. Saying she was asking for it and everything else.
That just remember that, sugar. When you're crying in the shower the next day, it's probably your fault. Just saying.
So I was like, geez, dude, like that place is a fucking mess.
Yeah, but I still can't get over like a slaughterhouse. Like I just can't, It's like that's where all the degenerate sex happens at work. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I worked in a place where it was not convenience, but it was just like, I guess convenience, but it was just it was a place that it wasn't super busy. And then the boss always left. And then the other employees, there was only a couple other employees. They were on the road delivering stuff all the time. So it was just me and the secretary. So like, it was just one of those things. Like it was right around the time I was getting divorced. So like, my wife was like done with me, and, this chick was hot, and she wasn't a big fan of her boyfriend. So just, 1 and 7, and we had a great time.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. But it was like one of those, like, a whole whirlwind of, life happening all at once. And then just, hey, nobody's around. But like, it's just like, hey, this is super busy, like meat processing factory. Let's just bang it out right here. It just seems not right.
Just go at it. But Dad used to tell me he'd seen a couple different people die because like the one guy like fell into a machine that like cut his head off. Yeah, and there was like another guy who got killed in like one of the cooler, like freezing places. And you know, like some of my people I know that's worked there had seen people like lose fingers and stuff.
Oh wow,
Like
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's rough. There was this thing. So, and we talked about this. So, like when I had this job, I don't know, probably like 15, 16 years ago. Right, it was like right before I was in the Navy. So probably like 15, 16 years ago. And I remember being at the job, and this kid, like he was always like a scam artist kid. He was like that kind of kid that would do the bare minimum just to get away, just to slide by. But he was always trying to scam the system. And I know that like he did something and he went to go work for the competitor, but then he got hurt on the job. But like it was just one of those things where you're like, nah, because then he ended up like getting like a bunch of money from it and then going like open up a pizzeria and stuff, and that was like his lifelong dream. So it just seemed like that because he was always trying to scam the system. So like once I heard that, I was like, I just felt at the core that maybe he really got hurt, but maybe he got hurt on purpose, kind of thing. And it was because we used to have this conversation because his dad like lost a testicle or something at work, and for one, I'm like, how do you lose a testicle? But he was like he had this whole long list of like dollar amounts. So like your body parts are worth dollars to the insurance company and your employer and stuff. And like certain body parts are worth like a ton of money. And like we got talking and I decided like, if I were to ever lose an arm, a finger, a leg or something like that, it would honestly demasculate me. I would feel like less of a man. Like the testicle thing, it was like, oh, I got one ball. I've got 5 kids. I don't need more than one ball. But because you got to keep up the testosterone levels, I think somehow. But it's like I could never lose a limb, and I would feel demasculated. But like an eyeball, if I could walk around with an eye patch and be like a pirate, I'd be all about it. And like there's like some things you get paid like it was like $100,000 for, but like finger, I think like losing like a tip of a finger, it's only like $5,000 or something. It's like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So I couldn't. Even if I lost like a little bit of my finger, it would just make me feel shitty, I think. But I could totally lose an eyeball. Yeah.
Let's see. Odin says, "You're a little biased myself, but y'all should subscribe to 80s Mage channel."
Yeah, he's very biased. Yeah. And I just made him the co-host on the show, so like he should have access to helping me not forget about the chats. So he should be able to just pull them up on his own now.
Ooh, installing Vermintide 2 now.
Just did that, because out of everybody that comes on the show, like Odin's like there almost every single time. Like he's the one that's always there. So I was just like, I'll make you a co-host. Yeah, I just figured out how to do that today. Yeah, it's easier than I thought.
There. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I've got Vermintide 2 installed as well, Marinus. Let's see. Emma says she's slowly chipping away at issue 3, doing commissions as well.
Go. Okay.
There you go. And there's her Twitter.
Awesome.
Oh gosh, they're back to the Vola talk again. Gosh dang it, Greg and Soul all the time. Odin says Reality Hackers looks pretty sweet. Yeah, it's a good looking book, and
it's a good looking book. Yeah,
you'll see a beautiful man in there.
Oh, is that a Sugar Chris there?
Yeah, I am in it.
Oh wow. You wearing a dress? Or you're going to be naked,
Pedro? I can't tell you. You'll have to read and find out.
I'll have to read to find out. Okay. One of those surprise books.
Yeah.
Well, at least hopefully it's not a pop-up book. I want one of those.
Take your eye out.
Yeah, there you go. And then I'll have my wish.
Yeah. Hail, Pedro.
Hey, Pedro.
Let's see. Trying to get caught up. Chris, are you taking care of that gopher? The family is the little family of them. I haven't seen them lately. Usually I see them all on the porch or something on my way home from work, but I haven't seen them. Their little fat asses waddling all over the place. They might have got rid of them because the neighbor they put a for sale sign on the neighbor's house beside me that the gophers and stuff was living under. So they might have had somebody come in and take care, move them or whatnot, because they were always hanging out in her backyard. But I ain't seen them, so they might have got rid of them. Little fat things just moving, just fat, just jiggling all over the place. Let's see. The actual indie creators in CG get their books done and fulfilled quite quickly overall. The pros could learn from their examples. Hail to the peasantry, says Greg.
Yeah.
More Vola talk.
Yeah, it's different being a guest on the show. Because like I'm looking at the chats over here thinking I should be talking, but I'm like, it's really not my show.
Yeah. Know your role.
Well, I know my role. It's just weird. It's all it is. So I'm scrolling through them and I'm just like, yeah. It's easy to be a guest. Everyone makes fun of me and stuff. It's easy to sit over here and do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's even easier to be in the chat. Like, because like when I'm in the chat, like, I can throw some funny things, but no. Yes, a red dress will look better on a ripped male physique too. Yes.
Damn it, Emmy.
Yes.
You're not supposed to be joining in on them.
Sugar Chris in the red dress. Woohoo!
You're supposed to be on my side, McLernan. Damn it. Oh,
yes.
Lord.
Yeah. Then we get that established. You'll be in a book in a red dress, and then so the sugar book, it'll be easy. It'll be just a nice transition. No pun intended.
Oh, Shadowhawk Talks is with us.
Hey Shadowhawk.
Oh, glad to see you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pedro's talking in a different language. Okay.
Well, that's a way to put it.
Odin says, "Yeah, Sugar. When is the Red Dress Diaries sign up happening?
Yeah.
Not anytime soon.
Well, you can. I don't know how long you can put the sign up for. You might never. You just put the sign up and never put the book out.
I don't know.
And see what kind of business we can drum up. Some interest. People excited about the book.
Good job.
Yeah.
I guess if that's what you're into.
So you're saying get a job at the chicken plant. Yeah, that's the place to work, I guess.
Yeah, they always said like if you go there and you're married, you'll leave single, and if you go there single, you'll leave married.
Yeah.
Amanda B says she's on 130 backing since October of 2020.
Oh, awesome.
What am I up to now? Let me see.
Yeah, I was like, that's more than I am, but I definitely got a lot under my belt. Let's pull it back up. Because like the first thing I had ever backed was it was Cyberfrog. Well, technically, the first thing I ever backed on Indiegogo was Super Troopers 2. I helped support that movie get made, and then ever since then, it's only been comic books.
Dogs at the Chicken Plant, the new rapcore album by Rocking Chair Chris.
Yes.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm up to 271 contributions on Indiegogo.
Wow, that is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I don't know why people tell me I back a lot of books, because I don't think I'm even close to that.
Yeah, I've backed a lot over the years, and there's a lot of them that either I'll never get or have been incredibly late.
Well, maybe it's because the people that tell me that they're only backing like 5 books. Maybe that's why. Because like that's a lot of books. Yeah. So I've let's see. Where does it tell you backed your books? Let's see. Profile.
Yeah, under profile.
81 contributions. So minus the Super Troopers movie. So 80 comic books is what I backed. Or 80 campaigns.
As long as they're not banging the chicken carcasses.
Hey man, apparently anything under the sun goes over there. So
well, there was
good.
Some years back there was a big controversy. I can't remember if it was for the chicken plant or if it was another chicken plant. But somebody was like it was PETA or somebody, some animal activist group smuggled a camera in and everything, and you could just these dudes were just like kicking chickens across the thing and doing all kinds of shit.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Well,
I've always said, like, obviously, the biggest problem is the society that we live in, that it's everyone's thing is, you go to work so you can go to the grocery store, but like if you actually put your time into growing your own food and like having a homestead, that type of thing, like you'd get better quality food, and like obviously the obesity in America would just go down. Like, it would not be where it is. Health, everything would be a lot better. But we live in a society where everyone feels that they have to go to work, and that kind of mentality, and we put ourselves in that. Like having that conversation, I've had it many times. Like cell phones are absolutely ridiculous. Like the amount of money you pay for this on top of buying it, but then the monthly bill just to have a few phones, especially with a family plan, like we're talking a couple $100 a month.
Yeah.
I remember my dad's house phone was $15 a month. We didn't have anybody long distance. I didn't have anybody to call, just local calls. And I remember his bill was $15 a month. And this was in the late 90s too. So like because I moved out of my folks' house in like 2001, the second time I moved out when I was 17, but then I went back a year later. 2001 I moved out. Their phone bill was still in that price range between 15 and whatever. It might have increased since I knew about it, but like I pay hundreds of dollars a month for this stupid phone, and my wife's phone and my kid's phone, and so then you have to go to work, and by doing that, you're a slave to your own vices. So,
yeah,
if you can get out of that mentality, and I know a lot of people don't want to do it. A lot of people just want to go to the grocery store, but just to hear those horror stories, like, yeah, it's a better system. Growing your own stuff, figuring it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I blanked there.
Like, well, that's fine. You don't have to listen to me. Well, I was saying you live in West Virginia.
What you were saying. I just can't remember what my response was going to be.
Well, that's fine. It's fine. Good thing I come on to have a conversation with you, and you don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, I was listening.
Thanks, Sugar. I'll remember that.
Power said something ridiculous, and
Oh, okay. No, that was the thing. It's like, and I get that the society that we have formed for ourselves, it doesn't, that lifestyle is not conducive to everybody, and not everybody wants to do it. People just want to go to work. Right. But if you want to go to work, then you can't complain about it. I mean, you can complain, but that means you have to wait.
I used to have my phone was just one of those little minute, you buy the card, it gives you so many minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for the longest time what I used. Saved me a ton of money,
Yeah.
It wasn't until like, I don't know, maybe so many years. I did have a US cellular phone, never again. I hate that shit. Because then they put you in like a contract, and the customer service ain't even that good, and you're charged an arm and a leg. It's like, I don't need all this fancy crap. I just want a phone in case of emergencies. So now I have one of these Cricket phones, and it's like I'm paying like $45 a month.
See, I wouldn't have had a phone.
Unlimited text and stuff. Yeah,
so I wouldn't have had a phone. So in the Navy, you're basically required to have a cell phone. Like in the military, it's kind of it was a thing. Like you were required to have some kind of phone at all times, some kind of phone number, whatever. And you could get away with it if you had a house phone, but like at that point, why are you gonna have a house phone? So cell phone. So that was a thing. But because you had to be reachable if you weren't on the ship. But then after that, I had this whole thing. The phones are tracking you. There's all this like weirdness going on with all these companies and all this shit. And I was just like, why do I need it? One, it's a lot of money. Two, I don't talk to anybody. Like the only people I talk to is my family. I wasn't on social media at the time. I didn't care. And then all of a sudden, like I wasn't going to get it. And then I started the YouTube channel, and I was like, I was on Twitter, and it all went from there. And so now I feel like I have to have this, but I don't want it, and it's very expensive. And I really do think it's like a downfall of society. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people, having family time, like quality family time at a restaurant, camping, like all these places, like actual family time, where the majority of them are just doing this.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of having a conversation, but you don't really listen when you're doing this. Like not at all. And so like that quality of family time, it's just gone. It's gone out the window. And so like I purposely try not to take it places. Like I go to the grocery store, I leave my phone at home. I don't know.
It does kind of stunt, social skills too, like the growth of social skills and like the new generation. If they spend all their time on, playing games or sitting on their phones like that, it's hard for them to learn how to talk to people.
Well,
Yeah.
not only that, but so yeah, it definitely does the social skills, but also like just the ability to do simple things. Like I remember, for years I worked retail, and I always had like kind of a job like that. But when the computers would go down, people couldn't do math to
Yeah, they couldn't do
calculate
basic
change.
math. Yeah.
Just that simple thing. Like, oh, what am I going to do? And it's like you just add and subtract. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? And like people that couldn't comprehend that, and like so it's crippling, and it just it just goes to show you like what's going to happen in 30 years if the generation that's going on now can't do the math. If the computer goes down to run the register, what's going to happen in 30 years? Like, what is that generation going to not be able to do?
Yeah, because they're so like
Because they're attached to this,
right. Yeah, like they've got a crutch all the time.
Yeah.
Soul says 80s. There's a whole movie about a guy losing a testicle at work. It's called Extract.
Oh yeah,
from
yeah.
Michael
I like that movie. Yeah, that's a good one.
So this is not explains Office Space though.
Yeah, I forget, but yeah, that was. But we had that conversation and stuff before the movie came out. But I did forget that was a thing. Yeah, what's that? That Hot Rod's in it from. What the hell's the name of that movie? Yeah, the guy that loses the testicle. He kind of looks like you, Sugar.
Well, I've got both.
Oh well, maybe not.
So
maybe
not
you
me.
don't.
Sorry,
maybe
everybody.
you were. Maybe it was your life story.
Yep.
Yeah, that Hot Rod from the '70s show.
If
She was in it there.
Yep. If I had the dress on, there'd be two hanging low and free.
Let's
Let's
see.
see. MA says, does anyone remember that 80s kids show Gophers? No.
Go
I
for
don't
it.
know that one.
No.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
No, I remember like the swamp, the one where like all the animals were from a swamp. It was called Kissy Fur. I remember that. That was like super weird. They were like swamp creatures or something.
Was Shining Time Station? Was that 80s
I remember that, but I remember the name. I don't remember the show.
or whatnot? I had VHS tapes of that.
Or
Let's see.
I'm looking up a dollar amount for losing body parts at work, just so you know. We're gonna pull this up on your show.
That's good.
For an eye, I would get $64,000. Could you imagine though? There are people in this world that would lose limbs and stuff for a small payoff for that moment. And that was the conversation. Is like, what would you be willing to lose for that payoff? Because that's for the rest of your life now. And so,
yeah, like that's permanent.
out of all of this stuff, I would never want anything to happen to me. But if I had to lose something, I would feel much better about losing an eye than anything else. And it would be worth $64,000.
How much is the testicle worth?
I'm going to pull it up right now. Let's see. Wait, let's go to it.
64K for an eye. I mean, that's a pretty debilitating thing to lose an eye, though.
Well, this doesn't say. This is just
Only
a
64K.
small part. It's a news article. It does not say specifically testicle. Let's see. Let me pull this down. But so for an arm, if you lose an arm at work, 124,800. And this article was put out 2002, so it's 20 years old. So the prices have increased. I guarantee you they have.
That doesn't seem worth it. Like a whole arm, you're not
Yeah,
gonna.
and you get 124,000. Could you imagine being that guy that's just like, payday? Like, there's people like this, and I was telling you that kid that brought this whole thing up because his dad lost something at work and like lost, I think it was a testicle. I don't know what it was. He lost something at work. We had this whole conversation about it. Maybe it was a finger. I don't know. And but then he ended up hurting himself like later on, and then getting a bunch of money for it and this whole thing. And so like there are people that would go, oh, that's the amount of money I'll get. I don't need the tip of this finger. It's just I could never.
Yeah.
So what dollar amount would take you into a level of losing something, Sugar?
It would have to be pretty dang high. Like I'd have to like be set.
So an arm, losing your arm for 124,000, that's a no.
No.
You won't let me cut that off?
No. I won't be able to play games. I won't be able to like go
That's not
work
true.
a lot of
That's
jobs.
not true. They make controllers and stuff now for like handicapped kids and retarded kids.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, there's like these like special controllers for like people that are all messed up. So if you don't have an arm, there's got to be a way that Microsoft has made it so you can play games.
I just don't.
Like Ricky Berwick, he's that cripple that's on YouTube, and he makes all those videos and stuff.
Yeah, makes this
And he has all kinds of stuff. He plays video games.
I don't.
Have you seen Ricky Berwick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he was he makes me laugh. He makes me laugh. He's funny. Because he makes fun of himself. And I mean at some point you gotta make fun of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't take
there's no point in feeling sorry for yourself. I'm like, whatever, man. You gotta deal the card, enjoy the cards that you were dealt.
Gosh dang it. Pale Rider, you're not getting the house beside mine.
Yes, Pale Rider. Get the house beside him and then convince him to lose an arm at work so we can make fun of him.
Fact, a lot over the years.
Yeah.
Jim Buddy can attest to that. Gosh.
Yes, the Gym Buddy. Yes. I've heard some of this Gym Buddy lore.
271 contributions total. When did I pass you by that much? Yeah, well, I haven't been backing.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah. He's
only back like a couple a month now. So I'm way behind.
Yeah.
On a lot of there's a lot of people that are probably way ahead of me now.
Yeah.
I only back 2 a month. That's it.
So in real life, I think you would have more disadvantage of losing a foot. Oh, my wife really wants to talk to me today.
Well, you might have to go talk with her.
Yeah, I don't want to. She's coming home in a couple weeks. Like, we're just going to sit here and talk on the phone. She doesn't want to talk about the things I want to talk about. She wants to talk about stupid stuff. She wants to talk about her job and how she hates it and stuff. Like, I just want to talk about people losing body parts at work.
I just want to know more about what happened to lose a foot.
So I would think you'd be more disadvantaged of losing your foot than you would your arm. But you actually get less money for losing your foot than you do your arm. So you lose a foot, you get $82,000. So it's a lot of money compared to the whole arm. Like, you're just losing a foot, the whole arm. But I still think you would have more advantage with both feet. You'd have more advantage than with one foot.
This isn't factoring in like how much it's going to cost you to get a prosthetic.
You don't need a prosthetic. You don't need one. This is not the goal. The goal is not to be pretty again. The goal is to make as much money as possible in one short amount of time by losing a body part.
But you got to be functional. If you get a little prosthetic,
you really need to be functional.
Walk around.
If you're crazy enough to lose body parts on purpose to get paid, do you really need to be functional? You got other body parts.
Well, it's true. I guess you just sit around all day. Yeah.
See, because if you lose the eye for $64,000, then you get the eye patch. That $64,000 will be your fund money to fund your prosthetics. And then if you go to like the Russian mob, you can have them steal prosthetics from old people and sell it to you cheap on the prosthetic gray market. See, there you go. You gotta always be thinking. Like, think of your body as a bank. The more body parts you chop, the more money you get.
Always be hustling.
Yeah, always be hustling. So your fourth finger is worth 6,000. Your third finger is worth 10. Your second finger is worth 12. Your first finger is worth 18,004 for losing your first finger. Your big toe is 15,200. Your thumb is worth 35,000. Yeah, because that whole opposable thumb makes us better than animals. Yeah. I couldn't do it. And a hand, you lose a hand, you get 97,600. Again, I think it'd be more advantageous for you to have 2 feet than 2 hands. So you get more money for losing the hand. And a whole leg, you lose, or you get.
If you're losing a foot, the only thing that's hindering your movement, just walking.
Yeah.
Whereas like hand, it's
and you got to be smart about
manipulation.
You got to be smart about it. So if you're willing to lose your leg, right? So pick a body part, Sugar. And it can't be your eye because I already picked the eye. Pick a body part that you'd be willing to lose. Like for real, like if I really had to lose this part, I could deal with it for the rest of my life.
I'd probably say either a leg or an ear.
Well, I don't have the option for the ear, so you're going to lose your leg. All right, so you got to be smart about it, Sugar. If you're going to lose your leg, you get more money if you lose parts of it first. So if you're going to plan on this, you got to lose your foot. And when you lose your foot, you're going to get $80,000.
Mhm.
And then later on, you go back and you figure out how to lose your leg again, and then not be audited for fraud, because it's going to be the same one that you lost the foot on, and then you'll get 115,000.
Mm.
So then you'll get almost just under 200,000 for losing the foot. So you just double your money that way. Think about this. You got to be smart about this, sugar. See, now you got a lot to think about when you go to work tonight.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yep. At least I wouldn't have to. I'd get my house paid off, I guess.
There you go. And then you can build that wing for Soul or Pale Rider. You can build a wing for Pale Rider right in the backyard.
No.
Okay.
Never. Serge says I've backed about 80 campaigns, some of which were catch up with multiple books. So far, I'm happy with CG. There are quite a few pending, but I have faith in CG and I believe they will come through. All right. Let's see. Oh gosh, dang it. There says Verizon pay as you go, 5G data, unlimited talk and text, $25 a month. That's not bad.
But it's that Mint Mobile thing, but like it's not really a scam, but it's cheap. It's like $15, but it's only in select markets. It's not everywhere.
Amish said she saw a dad pushing a 3 or 4-year-old kid on a swing in the park. The kid was just playing a game on a phone the whole time, totally unaware of her surroundings. Bizarre.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
Yeah, that's another thing for me. Like, I would not, if I had a kid, she wouldn't be having a phone at 3 or 4.
Right. No. And then my youngest kid's 5, and not that I don't give her the phone, I don't give her things, but she's like crazy with electronics. Like, it makes her fucking nuts. Like, she thinks she instantly becomes like she's 35. Like, she wants to fight me when I take it away. Like, it becomes like a thing. I said, "You're 5, you're not 35. Shut your mouth."
Yeah.
But like the iPad, we have one, but my wife has it on deployment. But when it comes home, like, she doesn't have it. It pretty much sits around until it dies in a closet until my wife goes to use it, or we go on a trip to my in-laws and stuff, and then I let her bring it inside the house, but she'll watch it and shoot. Obviously, like, it's like an addicting thing, but when you go to take it away from her, man, it's like taking food from an animal. It's something that and I don't know if it's every kid or just my kid, but yeah, I was like, absolutely not. Electronics are not for you. You're 5. Go outside and play.
Yeah. Like, good gosh, like, I wouldn't even probably let my kid have like a Facebook until she was like 16 or 18 or something.
Yeah.
Let's see. Soul says to Emmy, that's a topic that started long ago already. I remember seeing 4 girls at brunch who sat at a table for 20 minutes, didn't talk, just looked at their phones and then left. Zombies.
Yeah, see, and I noticed it the first time, and at first I didn't notice it, like, because I had the same problem. So, like, when I first started dating my wife, we had phones and stuff, because when we were on the ship together, we weren't supposed to date, and it was kind of frowned upon, so we weren't supposed to date. So, like, we'd go out in public together, and so instead of like acting like boyfriend and girlfriend, we just acted like friends, just hanging out. And so, like, we'd go places, and I would do the same thing that everybody did, and just to mitigate that possibility of someone going, oh, they're dating, kind of, and create a problem. So I'd be on my phone. Well, there was one time we went to this, and man, I'm a big fat pig, but we went to this all-you-could-eat buffet, and I don't like those places because I think they're kind of like dirty sometimes. But like, there was this one, because we're down here in Virginia, it was this one. It's all-you-could-eat crab leg thing, and we went on a night where it was not busy at all. There was actually like one other group of people eating with us, but then so the place was pretty much dead. But when I went in, I was like, oh, I forgot my phone. Let me go get it. But then I was like, nobody's here. Like, who cares? I'm not. Let's just actually have a conversation and just be normal. And so as I look around the table next to us, every single one of them is on their phones, not having a conversation at all. And at that point, why did you go to a restaurant? Like, to have that kind of thing? Like, it's just, to me, that was weird. And that was honestly the first time I noticed it. And it was because I put my phone down. And then, so like, I purposely don't bring my phone places and stuff, but I do use it for Twitter and social media, which I never did before. I was against all of it. Now I'm like a social media whore.
That is a good point. Why would you go to like a restaurant if you're all just going to?
Because it was all friends. It wasn't like a family. They were all like either coworkers or friends. They were all about the same age. And yeah, you're like, why would you go to a restaurant?
Yeah, it kind of defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah. Because like you'd think like if you stayed home and ordered pizza, maybe watched a movie or whatever, you'd think there'd be more conversation at that than everyone sitting at the table glued to their phones, not saying a word, and then they go eat their food. And while they eat their food, they're still doing the phone thing. Like, I'm just like, what the hell's the point?
That's right. I'm going to be Chris's neighbor. How much fun will I have? Sky's the limit.
Hell yeah.
You're not going to be my neighbor, pal.
Yeah, I was like, I think we should start like a Indiegogo campaign or a GoFundMe page or something. You know, get Pale Rider to move next door. I'm in.
No.
All right, let's see. I pulled up another thing. Let's see. Confirm my choices.
Red Dress Diaries campaign has the Gym Slam Buddy.
Okay. Yes. All right. So here's the testicle loss payout depending on where you work. So, and this was from 2015. So it's a little older too. So again, the dollar amount might have gone up. But if you work for the federal government and you lose one testicle, you get $98,000. I could lose one ball and get $100,000.
Yeah,
I could do that.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. Too bad I didn't still work for the federal government. Just saying. Illinois, you get $73,000. So in different states, you get different payouts. So like it sucks if you lose a ball in Minnesota, you get $3,700.
Damn.
Yeah, and then you've lost that testicle for your whole life
for nothing.
I mean, what are your options at that point? Put a ping pong ball in there, even that bad boy out. Yeah, there you go.
Just
run like one giant ping pong ball, a little kind of jelly bean going on. You'd be all messed up. Girls would be looking at that thing cockeyed unless you go to the chicken plant. Then they just be all about it.
Yeah, they just
that's a place of debauchery and degeneracy anyway. Yeah. You know, nothing says whip your dick out more than processing chickens. I'm just saying.
What's that? What? Yeah, that man's over there strangling chickens. That gets
there you go. Yeah, let me get some of that D. He's a good chicken wrangler.
He knows how to choke a chicken. He knows something else.
See, Connecticut, you get $34,000 if you lose your testicle in Connecticut. Indiana's $30,000. The average across the United States is $27,000. But the best place to lose your testicle is South Carolina for $57,000, Illinois for $73,000, and the federal government for $98,000. But then you have to come up with some kind of scheme to lose that testicle, like because like it's just like a weird thing. Like, how'd you lose it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, hell, like $98K, that's pretty tempting to lose a testicle over.
Yeah,
you're set for a while.
See, you're thinking that you're already thinking. See, the more I talk, the more you contemplate shenanigery.
Odin Gym Buddy is also called Jim Rooster.
Jim Rooster, God. Yes.
There is no Gym Buddy anyway.
So that'll be the title of your book, The Red Dress Diaries with Sugar and Rooster. Yes.
Soul says I slowed down on backing myself, but didn't stop altogether. With the biggest month being May, where I backed 7 books, but overall it's less than in the early years. Yep.
See, I was backing like pretty much everything. Like if somebody's putting out a book and it didn't look like absolute garbage, I was like, oh, let me get it. But then I've switched gears to backing just the stuff that I would buy if I went to the store. Like if I was just like, this looks good. Like there's that kind of mentality. So there's a few ones that I'll back because I've been backing them already, and so I want the sequel and that kind of thing. But like moving forward, like that book's got to blow me away, and it's got to be something that if I was in my local comic book store, that's the book I'd go home with. Yeah. But before I was like, oh, you got a book out? Let me get it for you.
Yeah, I used to back a lot back in the day.
Yeah. Well, and that's the idea is I have been burned, and not really burned to the point where I'm like done, but it's just like I've got a lot of books that I hate. They're not that good. It seems like I put more effort into backing it than they did in making it.
Yeah.
So like that's my point. So like the book's got to kind of blow me away in some kind of fashion, and part of that is the personality. Like if you pop up on these streams and you have a great personality, that's going to get you points towards me wanting to back that book. And it's like your summer chick and your winter chick. You can take a 7. You can take a chick that's a 7 in the winter. And then, you put her in the summer and she's got less clothes. Because she's got less clothes, this broad already has 2 extra hot points. So now she's an 8. or a 9.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you know of the Death Curse folks
Show
and
me.
City of Rot?
Show me.
Yeah, so they've got a new campaign up here for their second chance and damages here, City of Rot.
City of Rot.
I remember City of Rot from back when, but they have a YouTube channel. I think it's called Death Curse.
Okay. Hey, this looks real good. This has got an 80s vibe.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was mentioning.
Yeah, like I don't know what it's printed on, but just the way the colors are done, it feels like it's printed on like that, 80s newsprint paper.
Yeah, they've got
I
newsprint.
like that style. Is that what it is? Because that's what it looks
They've
like.
got,
Color.
the newsprint here you can get.
Yeah.
And they
There you
also
go.
have like
That's
damaged
it.
copies. So if you're looking for something real cheap,
Oh, $2 damage copy. Whew.
yeah,
Hell yeah. So what are these floppies?
I think so. Like
See, that's probably why
this was one I missed back in the day. I didn't get to.
First
It's a
of all, was it
58 page.
So here's what
book.
happens. So like I don't have a ton of room, and so so I moved everything into here. But I like to have the trades. I like to have the thicker books for the shelf. Like I don't have room for a long box, and then I have done this route, like this idea where Chris Fisk, his book, he did the box, and then you can put smaller books inside here, and then that'll sit on the shelf. I kind of like that, but like you can only do that so many times. I don't have a huge shelf here, and I just like having the graphic novels and stuff. So like unless it's like a phenomenal book in the floppy, I almost won't get it. And if I do, I'll probably end up putting it on eBay or something after I read it. Yeah, so that's just my thing about the smaller books. But this one looks great, man. It really does. I'll definitely be showing it off on the show.
Yeah.
You didn't get this one? You said you missed it?
Yeah, I missed it back in the day.
It looks good.
I'm gonna try to reach out to him, see if like Spencer will come on, or even Kayla or somebody.
See, I never do that. Like I never reach out to people. Like like the people that come on my show, they've reached out to me and want to come on my show. Like, because I don't know, I feel weird about that.
Yeah, I've got to answer back some people who've reached out to me. I gotta answer them back.
So you sugar gatekeeping. See, what goes around comes around, sugar. You get gate kept, now you're gatekeeping everybody else. I see how it works. It's like a cycle of abuse.
There's only like a couple people I don't have on my show.
We don't have to talk about that. I'm not trying to bring that up. Yeah, I'm not trying to bring that up. That's fine. I get that. There's people I wouldn't have on the show, and I've been tricked. I've had people. They're like, oh yeah, put them on the show, and I put them on the show, and you're just like, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks a lot. Because like I've had people on the show, and then like we're having a great time, everyone's having a good time, and then instantly I start losing watchers. I was just like, thanks.
Yeah.
And like you can see them, like I'll have like 15, 20 people in the chat, and all of a sudden, like it's just like, all of a sudden it's like now it's like 7, and then 4, and then 1, and then nobody's watching, and I'm like, oh. And like the chat was like, yeah, put them on, bring them on, yeah, come on. Yeah. So moving forward, I'll be more discretionary, but so people that have their own show, that's obviously better, because one, clearly they have an audience, but two, they show that they can obviously carry on a conversation.
Yeah, they have the experience.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like for me, I do the morning roast as like a beginner stream for like people who've never done. That's why I keep it so laid back and everything, so people can come in, kind of get a feel for how things work with like streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
So that way they can go on and move on to the more professional, streams.
Well, my show, there's nothing professional about my show.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't reach out to people. But there's usually an open invitation. If you got a book and you're trying to shill the book and you want to talk about it and it looks pretty good, like I'll talk about it. But like at the same time, if you got a book but like you screwed over the backers and stuff, I'm not gonna waste my time. Like if because there's a few people that put some stuff out, but like they're continually doing books, and then people don't want them because of what they've done in the past, and so like, those people I won't have on the show. But in general, this looks awesome, man. Really
does. This is like a Camp Rainbow. I think it's like a slasher.
Yeah, if they put out like a trade, I would be wholeheartedly into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him one.
Or not necessarily, because like this Oddity, well, this Odyssey is a little bit thicker, but like if it's perfect bound and it can sit on my shelf, like I would be more into it. That's that. But yeah, I like the graphic novel size, and so that's me. But this does look good. I mean, if they got a digital tier, maybe I'll pick up the digital. I've got the Nook, so I can read digital stuff, but I usually don't go that route. But I was thinking maybe I was going to start doing that route for like things like floppies, because I hate to not support a good project just because of my OCD of wanting to put them on that shelf. Is there a digital one? Digital tier?
So I'm looking here.
It'd be funny if the digital tier is more expensive than the damaged floppy.
I think it was a drink. I don't see one.
Okay. And I understand, like, not everybody wants to do that digital tier because there's that whole idea of, pirating and that whole thing. But, and before I just said it today, I was completely against the digital stuff because I like to physically own my stuff. But I mean, there's been a couple projects that I purposely passed up because it wasn't a thicker book. It was a floppy, and I don't have room for a long box and to start collecting all these floppies. I have a few, but not a lot.
The old campaign for City of Rot's still up, and it says it's in demand, but there's no tiers available. That's weird.
Well, they just want you to support them, and they don't want to give you anything in return. Because you can still support them, give them a tip.
Yeah, that's
yeah. It looks good. It definitely looks good, man. Yeah, reach out to them, see what's going on.
Yeah.
See if they got a second campaign that works or what happened. I mean, the book looks great. It really does.
Yeah, because I'll watch their streams. Sometimes they're on Death Curse and also I'll try to reach out to them through Twitter. Let's see. I don't like where this is going. Sure, Night Shift isn't one of the best lifestyle choices, but a leg.
Yeah. Hey, he chose the leg, man. I'm talking about losing an eye.
Well, I mean, I can still function without a leg.
Yeah, see, that's the thought process, yeah.
I mean, I'd rather
he can still read comics without a leg.
I'd rather have both my eyes than both my legs.
And then he can get a wooden leg, and then he'd become Pirate Sugar.
Right. I get some cool like peg leg thing or something.
Yeah.
Just have a gun there where my leg is. Let's see. After I'm done torturing Chris as his neighbor, I'll rent the house to sell.
Yes.
Oh Lord. Let's see. Trying to get caught up. Let's see. How to lose a testicle. Set on the floor, legs spread wide. Try to pull one testicle to the side. Drop a bowling ball on that nut. Go collect your money.
There you go. And make sure you're working in Illinois when this happens. You'll get 72.
That's not worth it. Yeah. Not worth it. No. Let's see. Just pile your floppies on the floor in the corner like Krista.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's where I'll put them. Yeah.
I put them in like a little cabinet thing.
Just throw them all in a big box. No bags and boards.
No, they have bags and boards. Those do. Like my old comics from when I was little don't. Let's see. So 7 books a month, a pretty high amount for me. 1 or 2 is wife tolerable. I need to keep on the radar to avoid the speech. Yeah, I at one point in time I was doing like almost like 10 a month.
Right. And well, it does change the mentality of, going to the LCS and picking up, 10 books from there as opposed to backing 10 books a month. There's a big dollar amount now. And it just changes everything. And I get the idea of backing comic books. And like we've talked about this a bunch of times, is like the end goal. I think, most people should be thinking about how to sell this book for the rest of your life and how to make it cheaper. So the majority of the rest of the world, and many people have mentioned this, that this is a niche of a niche of a niche. Like, independent comic books are such a small niche. Like, how do you make that wider, and how do you get your guys that are going to your LCS? Well, trying to sell them on a $35 comic book is not the way. But offering a cheaper version at a later date. Like obviously, initially, you're not going to be able to trying to get your book made and everything else. You're paying for all kinds of other things. But on that second, third, fourth printing, how do you get a cheaper book in new people's hands, new readers' hands? And that whole idea is, I think moving forward, I think more people should be focusing on that. Especially with what Ripa did. Like he definitely opened the floodgates to a whole bunch of normies that had no idea what we were really doing over here.
Let's see, what's everybody saying? Hey, Aaron's here. He says, "Hey guys, hope you're doing good." Yeah, I'm doing all right. How
Hey,
you doing,
Aaron.
Aaron?
Yeah, he's a great dude.
Yeah, Mr. Calmary is good, man. Yeah. Let's see. Hex is here.
Hey, Hex. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, Hex was on the stream the other night. He fell asleep. How you doing today, Hex?
First time I had Hex on, he was in his underwear.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I just assume you're naked, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, he was in a tank top, or he was like a white beater like the whole stream, and he was drinking, and then like he put more clothes on, and then he fell asleep. And then like at one point I was trying to say something or was talking about, and I guess I got loud, and like he woke up and he gave me a dirty look. Like he was like, when you wake somebody, you get woken up, you get pissed and stuff. Like so he gave me that dirty look, and he turned the stream off and laughed. But he was asleep on stream for a while.
It's like, damn it, Hades, I'm trying to sleep over here.
Pretty much, yeah. I got that dirty look, that stank eye.
People bitch about my topics, but those wankers are currently talking about smashing testicles.
Yeah.
Well, gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta make that bread.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to get Sugar to get another house. That's all we're doing, so that Pale Rider can move in. That's all we're trying to do.
I mean, what was it? 90-some K for
so like you said, you'd pay off this house. Like how much left you got on the mortgage? Would the 90K cover that?
Oh, yeah, easily.
Okay, so then so you smash the testicle, you pay off this house, and then you buy a trailer to stick behind your house, and there you go. Pale Rider moves in. Yeah, and then you guys get a whole bunch of chickens. You start your own chicken factory, and it'd be like you just hire nothing but men. Yeah. So what was that you were sending? So like YouTube was sending you like wanting you to suggesting like gay stream videos. What was that? What was that all about?
I you know how like when you watch a YouTube video,
so you watch one gay stream video, so now YouTube wants you to watch them all.
Oh gosh dang it. You know how like you watch a YouTube video, right? And it'll be like towards like the bottom of the screen there, it'll put like a little ad.
Yeah.
And then you hit the little X to get rid of it.
Right.
Like I was watching one of my game videos that Splattercat or somebody was doing, and was watching it, and it pops up, and it says something about like live streaming gay men or gay stream gay men or something like that. I was like, what?
Yeah. I'm just saying YouTube knows you too well. YouTube knows you more than we talk about this too. Like, you always grew up and you knew that one gay dude, but like everyone knew he was gay except for him. And like 30 years later, he finally comes out of the closet and everyone's like, finally. YouTube feels that's you.
Yeah, because it said that, and it said something about like stream live with gay men. Like, what?
Yeah, there you go. They were inviting you over there.
It's like, gosh,
that's too funny.
All of everybody calling me gay is finally confusing YouTube.
Who's really confused? Is it YouTube? Maybe not. Maybe they're right on the money.
Oh Lord. Let's see. Serge says it's a challenge convincing why we pay 25 plus shipping when the stores sell comics for half as much. Of course, we get twice as many pages, better quality comic, but normies don't understand that.
And normies will never understand that. But like, so that's just the idea is like after the initial campaign, getting it printed and stuff like that, at that point, you've already paid your artist, you've paid your letterer, you've paid for that book to get made. And so now, it should become cheaper and cheaper every time you print it. and I would think your goal, your whole rest of your life, is to print that book, and possibly getting it in stores and getting it in new people's hands. And there's other ways to do it. I know Amazon does like a self-publishing thing, and if you physically have the books instead of doing digital, I just think eventually you should be looking at trying to be real competition. If the real competition selling their books for $5, $6, $10, like that's what you should be looking at.
Let's see. Fisk says, yeah, the crowdfunding campaign gets the expense deluxe version, but after the campaign, you can grab the less expensive.
100%.
At least that's
100%,
what I
Chris.
do.
Right,
That's a good
100%.
idea. Let's see. Yep, I'm considering newsprint for the LCS version. Says,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like newsprint.
Well, there's something about it. Like,
Mhm.
and I don't know about modern, books being printed on newsprint and stuff, but like, do you remember being a kid and reading a book that was printed on newsprint? It has
Yeah.
a smell.
Yes.
It has a feel, like everything about it, and it just like it's like eating a nice bowl of chili or soup on a winter day. Like it's just like that. It gives you the warm fuzzies. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I grew up on newsprint, and
Mhm.
I still read newsprint. Most of my books I read are from like the 60s and
Yeah.
70s, so that's still there for me. It just it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
well,
that's that comic spell,
it
baby.
is. It is.
And I like the color.
Yeah.
When it's on newsprint, that little bit of a faded kind of look or something.
Mhm.
Times and stuff. Like I love newsprint.
There's something about it. There really is. And obviously there's also something about modern technology and printing books, because like here I'll show you like the old Alan Moore Swamp Thing. Looks amazing now in the colors what they did. And some people don't like it. Some people don't like what they did because they recolored it, I think. But here I'll show you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen some things that are kind of like, when they recolor stuff that doesn't turn out as good. It's always up in the air if it's going to be better. Have you seen Alterna? Let's see. And you get so many add-on via the.
What'd you say?
I said,
Talking
yeah,
about Alterna?
yeah. Have you seen Alterna? Because they do.
Yeah, I like those dudes. I definitely support them, but the problem is the whole floppy stuff.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
Corporal's not into floppies.
Yeah, it depends.
Right.
Like sometimes they'll have graphic novels.
Yeah.
Sometimes the trade paperbacks and stuff, like, because I've got a few here, like what was it, Exilium, and a few other books that were from Alterna that are full on trade paperback.
Yeah.
Let's see. Serge says, and you get so many add-ons via the stretch goals, which you won't get anywhere else.
Very true. And I'm like, some add-ons I really don't care about. I don't care about all this stuff. I know some people do. It's their thing. But when I at the end of the day, when I'm buying it, I want the book.
Yeah.
So this is the trade paperback. So that's your colors for that, which are great. Like this is kind of what I remember when I was a kid, of the style of those older books. But then they redid this for the Absolute Edition, which is amazing if you get your hands on this. But the whole outside of this is like a felt, so it's like moss. It's amazing just to feel this and like the look of it.
That's really nice presentation.
But the colors, man, they redid them, because everything modern technology and all that stuff. But like some people didn't like it. So this is that same image I just showed you. So obviously there's a difference.
Yeah.
And being able to take this older stuff, they just recolored it. But, some of the stuff is just absolutely, I think, is just phenomenal. So I didn't mind the colors being changed and stuff. But, there is something about reading those old books, those old flops.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel on it.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I got both.
Yeah. Like I would want something that's faithful to the original. Myself.
It didn't change anything else. Like they didn't change the language or anything. They didn't change the placement of word bubbles. They just recolored it is all they did. Yep. So no, that's why I ended up getting both. I said, well, real reason is I got a 5-year-old and sticky fingers and stuff. I'm trying to read this, and I'd rather just have this. So if this gets ruined, I'm not too
It's not.
upset about it.
Yeah.
Because this book was $100, and there's 3 volumes, and the third volume was actually left in a puddle. Like the mailman delivered it, and there was a puddle, like a big puddle on my porch, and because the front porch is cement, and there's a big puddle, and they just put the box right in the puddle.
Wow.
And luckily, I had if I had not known it was coming that day and checked, and I went in the morning, it would have been ruined. It would have been ruined. Well, maybe not. It was wrapped in cellophane. It was wrapped in another box, but you never know. But I did catch it in time where the box was soaked, but it hadn't soaked through. Yeah. Yeah, but no. The presentation of this was great, but then even like look at that back cover.
Oh, that's nice.
Just great art, man.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, so I've got all 3 volumes. Absolutely love them. And this, if you haven't read Alan Moore Swamp Thing, it is phenomenal.
Soul says it's all sort of things a comic from the store doesn't offer. The whole investing in a dream thing can be part of the fun as well. Something like CG Vacation is a way more specific taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like CG Vacation, everything looked really good in it, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
CG Vacation. I love those dudes. They make great product. We talked about on the show a lot of times because that might be for somebody. But some of the other stuff that they're doing, I'm really into. Like
I haven't backed Vacation yet.
Yeah, the Lost Pages, like that book looks great. So I'm getting that one. But the CG Vacation, everything about it is super, super fun. But like it's like at the the whole thing, it's like a swimsuit issue. It's fun. It's just fun.
Let's see. We've got whoa, I'll move next door to Chris for a while to annoy him, but I'm not living with him. I know what he tried to do to Jim Buddy.
Oh man.
Jim Buddy.
We need to know. We need
Jim Buddy
the story. Because he's lying on my show. He comes in the chat. He lies about Jim Buddy. He says that nothing ever happened. But then I heard this story where he was like, I don't know, the foot fetish. It was all about the feet and those foot videos. He tried blaming it on Jim Buddy, but I think it was really him. Yeah, I got to know more of the real.
What thing. The foot video person wasn't even Jim Buddy.
Yeah, because I think it was you.
That was another person.
Oh, okay. How many friends do you have, Sugar?
Straight.
Yeah, can't keep all your friends straight, Sugar.
CG Vacation has Reality Hackers 2. The globs want us to be gay so that we won't reproduce and we'll be easier to control.
Yeah. Well, you can't control me, I'll tell you that.
Is Sugar so deep in the closet he's finding Christmas?
James does say, CG stands for closeted homos.
Oh, Lord. I think a bunch of you want Chris to be gay. They probably are, about it.
Yeah. Because there's nothing funnier. Yeah.
You did it, Corky. I mean, 80.
Yes.
Let's see. Serge says need print paper. Hold on. I think he means newsprint paper doesn't hold up to time though. They become a bit fragile. The current stock seems more durable, more time frame for correction.
I have somewhere. Not over there. I have like an Indiana Jones one. I think it's on newsprint. It's like as old as me, so it's 40 years old.
Yeah.
It was either made in 80 or 82. I remember that. And pretty sure it was on newsprint.
Yeah, I've got stuff from the 60s.
Yeah. Like, you're right. If it's not, obviously it's got to be stored correctly, but if it's not, it will clearly fall apart. And the more you read it, the more you get it. It really is. But I've read some old books that are, way older than me that have held up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely get the point. I do see that.
Let's see. Yeah, collectors should go for the campaign book / perks, while the normies can go for the cheaper newsprint floppies.
Yeah. And then, like, I know, Chris has talked about that. We've talked about it a few times. Like, and his goal is to get a cheaper book, second printing after the fact in the hands of newer people and putting it on other places like Amazon or somewhere else. And I know not everybody has the ability, like their LCS doesn't care, doesn't want the book, doesn't want any part of independent comic books. But like, if your LCS is willing to do that, especially if you can give them a cheaper product. And at that point, I would even think to do a really cheap book, like a $5 or $6 book where, you might not make it profit at all, but that back page, that last page has like a link to your website, a link to finding you other places, or stay tuned for book 3, get it first on Indiegogo or something like that, and where you're basically giving the book you're basically giving the book to the LCS. You're not making really any money, maybe $1 or something. And then the LCS has it, and it just might spawn some new interest. Just a different idea. It's how you think they get the kids hooked on crack. They give the first one away free.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hex says, I'm sorry about my behavior in your stream 80s, mate. I have no recollection of what I said or did.
Hex, it was fun, man. It was fun. I say you're more than welcome to come back anytime. But you definitely fell asleep, and we'll be clipping that out. So next time you do ever show up, we'll be playing that to introduce you to everybody.
It says also the newsprint floppies can be given for free as a bonus in other products such as video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or attaching like a newsprint one to another campaign. How they're doing. So let's say like hypothetically, like so I'm doing a campaign, I'm launching it, I'm getting to go, but that's the part of like the perks, like the I don't like the stretch goal stuff, and I never have. Like I don't give a shit about stickers. Some people do, and I understand that. But like, if you send me a refrigerator magnet, I'm all about it. I'm for some reason I like that stuff. But like what if a stretch goal was somebody else's comic book in a cheap floppy format, like on newsprint, something that's going to cost you nothing, and right? Aren't those other alternate comics? Aren't those like $1.99 or something? Aren't those on the cheaper end for the floppies?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. So if they're able to do that, if you're gonna whatever it's gonna cost you to get a whole bunch of stickers printed, I'd rather put a $1.99 floppy of somebody else's comic book as a stretch goal. And with that like information of this is so and so's book, you can find them here, and this is their website. Like with
there is people that do something similar where they'll have like a Kickstarter campaign, and then for stretch goals it'll be like their friends' books is like floppies or digital.
Yeah, that's just way cooler than a whole bunch of stuff that I'm just going to throw away anyway.
Yeah. Anytime
somebody sends me trading cards, my kid takes them and she plays with them. They're all over the house and until they get thrown away. To me, trading. I know people like those. People like trading cards. They collect them. They get the binders. They do the thing. But I've only ever come here for the books.
Yeah, for me,
very rarely is a tchotchke or an extra thing or the stretch goals is worth it. Bookmarks always worth it. Refrigerator magnets, I like those, but other than that, I don't know too many things where I'm like, oh, that's super awesome, thanks, man.
Yeah, for me, like the big exciting stretch goals would be like more pages or an ash can or something.
Well, I feel shitty about the more pages thing. So like, when you're writing a story, Chris says, oh, damn, pull it up. I'm reading it. Oh, damn, this is a sweet Swamp Thing omnibus. Yeah, there's 3 volumes. They're sweet as fuck. So if you like Swamp Thing and you're thinking about it, grab them. I think they're still on Amazon now, but they were $100 a piece, and they come packaged very well because they come in like a big box, and then it's like fitted perfectly in that box. So and then they send that out in another box, and I've had no issues with any of these coming damaged. But they're $99 a pop. But I think they're worth it. But so for me, I would rather that money go into the books and the more stuff. But if you're going to throw on extra pages, I always feel shitty about that. I either feel it's going to be filler pages, which that could be cool if it's like here's some here's the process of how this book got made, and here's some cool sketches and stuff that didn't get put in the book, and here's a backstory, and here's the character concepts, and there's cool stuff like that, yes. But like if you're feeling like, you know, they're writing their story and they're promising you like a 42-page book or something, but then, you know, a stretch goal is like 10 extra pages, well, like, are you just, you're making filler story to get those 10 extra pages? You know, I feel like no matter what, you should tell your story from beginning to end, and it's however many pages it takes to get you to the end. But then to add pages into it, when I always hear that, I always hear like we're just adding into the story just to extend it to make people happy. You know, that's how I always feel about it.
So it says 80s, the colors in the collected issues seem to have more contrast.
Mhm.
At least it's not like the Epic collection books from Marvel where they use less colors as the original, which is okay, but not ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I liked it. And I didn't mind, but I know that there were some like purists that were complaining about that specifically in those omnibuses, that they didn't like that they changed the color. And me, I didn't mind. But yeah.
Like the $1 your boy Zach book.
Yeah, like something like that. Throw in if you can get a book for $1, and it could be any of the other CG books, like on a second, third, fourth printing, and throw them in as stretch goals, I think that'd be great. I mean, and not everybody would be into it. Not everybody wants to do that. And then at the same time, if you're selling your book, why are you going to, like, even if it's your friend, like, you know, the idea of why you're trying to sell their book too, or give away a book for free where it's costing you money.
Greg says most LCSs I know of prefer to buy indie because the mainstream trash isn't selling except for specific books here and there, and the mainstream companies for the bad books on them.
Yeah, see, and I know that. I've had that conversation with a few people, so that's awesome for you, Greg. But I know specifically Chris Fisk, like his LCS, he said didn't want anything to do with indie books. So
yeah, I hear a lot about LCSs, like, you know, not wanting to buy indies. They only want the, you know, name, you know, like Spider-Man and Batman. They don't want to take a risk on indies.
Yeah, and then I mean, it also depends on maybe like how much they can sell it for.
Yeah,
you know, that's why I was saying maybe if you go at a point of getting that cheap like $1-2 newsprint book and saying, hey, here you go, LCS, so it's not costing you a fortune. Here's 20 books. Here's 20 books. You know, put them in your window. You know, and if they sell, they sell. You know, and in that book, make it so that they can find you. They can find more of the story. They can go to your website where they can buy the other books that they haven't got, buy the merchandise, that type of stuff. And, you know, just open up new fans, because then that new fans that go into the LCS, they had no idea that you were making books on Indiegogo, might tell their friends, you know, post it on Facebook, that type of thing, if they like it and that stuff. So it's just an idea. Yeah. And again, like, you know, if the LCS doesn't want anything to do with it, then you know, you can't do that. But some places seems pretty open.
First one's free. You want to fly? You gotta
buy,
baby.
You gotta buy, baby. Sugar Comics Pimp, yes. Yeah, it's a Pimp Sugar.
The Fiendish plaque, so worth it. Sadly, I didn't get one, but Irene made it look so great.
Yeah, I didn't get one either, man.
Ooh.
I got the book. I'm looking forward to the book. I mean, that's cool. It really is.
I like it.
Yeah.
I guess
what you can do with it?
Like a little hole in it, so I can put it up somewhere.
Oh,
maybe.
Gotcha.
So I can hang it off the wall or something.
Get that double-sided tape and just slap it up there.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
3M stuff, and then you don't have to drill nothing.
Yeah,
because it doesn't seem heavy, right?
No, it's pretty light.
Yeah. Get that 3M double-sided tape. I'm just saying, I mean, it's some of it's pretty ridiculous. I got some of it for my computer stuff. I'm building the computers, and like one, they're made to like hold a lot of heat and hold up to that, but then some of them will hold quite a bit of weight. So.
Fist says, "Yeah, I'm bummed out that I missed out on that Fiendish preview book. Both
Me too, man.
The art book, the poster, and the standee."
So in that, what was that called? That other book she put out?
Regrowth, the art book.
Yeah, Regrowth, right? So that's the one I wanted to get, and like honestly, I didn't care all the other stuff inside. I think it was cool, but like I really loved the cover.
Yeah,
I just thought that cover was awesome.
Let's see. Yeah, I remember seeing Irene for the first time on a stream way back when, on a Mike Miller stream. He was at a con and she was, I think, tabled beside him, and I was like, Who's that? Go
Yeah.
talk to her. I want to see who that is. Her art looks good.
Sugar Chris simping from afar.
No simping. I just thought her art looked good.
Right. No, she is. I'm just joking. But
And,
like, no, she's got some great art, man. And like I liked Fiendish from the beginning. Like I really liked the book. I liked everything about it. That high fantasy that appeals more to me than a new iteration of Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when she had Regrowth out, I tried to reach out to her to come on, and I didn't hear back. And then me and Marinus both reached out to her when Fiendish very first launched, and we got her on. And we were like the first CG people to have her on the stream.
Yeah. Yeah, she's very, very talented. And then she puts on a fun show.
Mm-hmm.
She gets a little wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched the one where she was playing with her knives. She had like those kitchen knives.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Then there was the stream where she was doing squats.
No, I never saw that stream. No.
Yeah. Oh, she's the trip.
Yeah, I'd love to have Rainey on and Ali on and do like a high fantasy conversation, like not one where we have all like the degenerate normal panel that hangs out, and just to have like a legit quieter show and have like a conversation about Willow or Legend and like those movies and stuff, and even books like that we grew up with, and just have a different kind of show, not a show, but like a different kind of episode.
Yeah.
Because I like that stuff. I really do. And I know to have a different perspective, because like, I've had the conversation with, the guys that are always on the show, but like to have a different perspective, and they like that stuff. They're rooted into it, where I think I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know she's real busy right now with fulfillment and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah. I said someday. I mean, like I get everybody's busy. They got their thing. I just said it'd be pretty cool to have them on the show.
I won't be reaching out to her for a while until she gets more time.
Yeah. No, I get that. And like, yeah. And then, she's got the sign up for Fiendish 2. And so Fiendish 2 is going to be launching and all that jazz. Yeah. Yeah. But just to do like a fun stream, just talking about like old high fantasy movies, I think would be great.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let me check. I remember you wanted to talk to her, Chris, and then I reached out to her. I discovered. I knew of her before that.
Thanks, Darkside. Thanks for setting
Gosh,
it straight.
dang it, Marinus. I knew about her before then, and I tried to reach out to her before, and then we both reached out to her then, and she got back to you.
Way to change the story. Thanks, Darkside. Now the truth comes out.
Me.
Yeah. Me.
Here we go.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. I mean, the Regrowth cover even has a gold foil title. Yeah.
All right, man. It's like 2:00 here. I gotta take care of my kid, and the rest of my day, and then we'll be doing a show tonight at 11 Eastern. So we're gonna be watching Terminator 2. Are you working tonight?
Yep.
Nice. Well, so I'll probably see you in the chats at some point.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how all you people can go to work and actually like watch these shows and be in the chats. So you're going to make money, but I don't think you're really working.
I work. Thank you very much. I just put my phone in my inside pocket of my coat.
Oh, gotcha.
While I'm just sitting there stalking and stuff, and then while you all are gabbing.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's what I used to do when I first found Ethan Van Sciver. I used to watch his show. I worked third shift, but I worked at Home Depot. I used to ride around on a forklift and stuff, so I'd get to wear headphones, and I'd have it, but I never was in the chat. I just listened to the shows and that. But no, it's thanks for having me on, man. I gotta go, but we're gonna be watching Terminator 2 tonight live. I'll play it through the Cosima app, and then we'll be live on stream like we do every Monday, and then we'll be doing live commentary and then hanging out afterwards. So that's what we're going to be doing. But thanks for having me, man, and I'll catch you later.
Yep, you're up to 303 subscribers now.
Awesome, thanks. So that was four subs just for being on your show.
That's right.
Well, thank you, everybody. I hope you appreciate what we do over there. Our show is a little different than Sugar's.
Yep. More degenerate.
More degenerate, yes. All right, brother.
Yep. Later, 80s.
All right.
Let me get through these chats here. Let's see. Wait, squats. Yeah, she she did squats one day. They had been. I remember she had been drinking and stuff, and she was like, "I could do squats." She's like doing these squats. Like I'm competing with people on how many squats they can do. She was being ridiculous. Greg says he can talk fantasy anytime. El Gargoyle's here with his girthy eggplant. Where's my song? God damn it. Where's my song? Where's my big bag? What's that song called anyway? What's this? This song. Say It Right. Yeah, that's what it was. Is that the one where it's like, you don't mean nothing at all to me? I can't find, like, usually when you get to these official music videos, they have like a comment that that has the lyrics. So that way I could hear. Oh, there it is. I'll figure it out. Let me see. Greg says he's highly influenced by writers of Salvatore, Weiss and Hickman, Sanderson, etc. Yes. Yes, the Drizzt books, and then the Dragonlance books. Yeah. Let's see. Sign up for Fiendish Chapter 2 Origins. I need to sign up, although it probably won't do me any good. I probably won't get any emails. Oh, Greg says he's got to go too. Yeah, later, Greg. Use channel link. Good job. Yeah, later 80s. You've been a fun guest replacement. Feel free to come back when Chris draws the ball again. Well, I would normally, I was going to ask him to come on, but then I was like, well, if he goes, if I ask, he's normally not up in the mornings and stuff. And he's usually, like he said, he's usually busy with his kids and stuff. So I was like, well, he probably, I've never asked him because of that. Let's see. Let's see. Fist says he'd love to set up a fantasy discussion panel series with fantasy book readers. I live for that stuff. Yeah. Well, there you go, Fisk. You should make it happen. Yeah, 80s Twitter. Let's see. Try karaoke. What do you mean karaoke? DP? Hail. Am I late? Yes, you are. You're very late, DP. You've already missed out on 80s. He's done left. Yeah, this is morning. This ain't no 8-hour-long stream that he does. I'm already like way past my normal time. Normally I'm only like an hour and a half. It's been like 2.5 hours. Probably should start to wrap it up, really. Yeah, I still haven't really fully listened to this song yet, this Nelly Furtado song. I've listened to part of it because she's like, how's it go? In the day, in the night, say it right, say it all. You either got it or you don't. You either stand or you fall. And then that's the only part I remember. I need to finish listening to it so I can remember how to do the whole song and then sing it on a stream, and then El Gargo will quit giving me shit. Let's see. YouTube decided I'd karaoke to the song. Okay. Let's see. Hail DP, you're just a tad late. Good to see you though. Yeah. Serge says, "Wow, that's an old song." And he says, "I like her Portuguese song, Forca." I've never heard of that one. Yeah, I've only listened. Only Nelly Furtado song I really remember is that I'm like a bird, I only fly away. I don't know where my home is. I don't know where my soul is, or something like that. But baby, all I need to know is me, 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 me. Yeah. Well, at least I showed up. Yeah, that's true. Glad to have you here. Someone needs to put an eh or two between what Chris was singing. An eh? 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 Black military. But yes, I will sing your dang song, El Gargoyle. God. Stupid song. Gosh knows I got Sim bothering me about some other song apparently he wants me to sing. And I think Sim thought I wasn't doing a stream because Pale Rider said he was going to have some shenanigans, and I said, well, then I guess I'm not doing it. Sorry, everybody. As a joke in the DM room, and I think he took it seriously. But I don't know, everybody. I guess I'm going to try to, let's see, tomorrow I got to do Pathfinder. Maybe on Wednesday, I'll try to do a stream about gaming, try to figure out how to do it, and then maybe play a little bit of game or something. I'm not sure. I might do that. And then Friday, I'll have somebody set up for the roast. And I don't know, maybe I'll do an evening stream on Saturday if I got time. I don't know. Oh, wait, no, I probably won't. I got to go to the movies. I got to leave the house, actually. Ugh. But anyway, I don't know. I'll figure something out. Let's see. Sugar, every other word and say it right is eh. That's what the producer is saying for some reason. Oh, it's that guy in the music video. Yeah. If that's what you mean. Yeah, because when I was scrolling through the video, there's like some guy in it, and like every time she's like gets a few words in, it flashes back to him, and he's just like, no. Then it gets back. I'm like, what is going on? Why is that guy there? Okay, it says Streamlabs for gaming. Why? Why Streamlabs? But I don't know. Well, oh man, it's already 2. I need to get to bed, or at least start making my way there since I got to work tonight. Yay! But thanks everybody for joining us. I do appreciate it, and listen to me ramble. And of course, I'm always glad to have 80s around. He's a nice fella, and he's blowing up. He's already up to 300. He's going to blow past me at this rate. So I need to ramp up. Oh no, Pornbot, get out of here. Soul, get it. I'm going to have to, what? Because you don't have the 20-hour per month limit. What's 20-hour per month? I don't have, I pay for StreamYard. I don't have a limit. But the gosh dang it, Gargoyle. Gosh dang it, Pornbot. You made me lose track of what I was gonna say. Yeah. But yeah, old 80s is gonna blow past me, so I need to start doing more streams, keep up. I ain't gonna be able to do no 8-hour streams, but maybe I can do more, like maybe an evening stream on Saturday. Let me just block that Pornbot. Okay, maybe Soul got it. Maybe I could do an evening stream on Saturday to reach people there. Maybe I can do. Maybe I could do a. I don't know. I guess I could do maybe a Wednesday stream where I play games. Things like that. And of course, I also need to do set up tabletop. I want to do tabletop. Keep telling myself I need to do that. Let's see. Wait, Pornbot, come back. I need love. It's not real love, Serge. No, don't do it. Meredith says he's going to contact Soul when the download is done through Steam. By the time you guys get done, I'll be asleep probably. That sucks. I was going to play. I want to play too. I want to be part of the cool kid group. Let's see. Never mind, Richie. Well, I figured since I'm doing this, I might as well pay for it, and then that way, if a bunch of people come in, I'll have no limit to like the guests and stuff like that. You know. Sugar, we need to play Turtles again. I know, we do. I know. We need to play that. Need to play Divinity. Need to play Vermintide. All kinds of stuff. I do feel like in Vermintide 2, they nerfed the witch woman, though. The Bright Wizard. She doesn't feel the same as in Vermintide 1. Great show, Sugar. Hope you all have kick-ass days. Yeah, you too, Odin. I'll probably see you tonight. You know, I'll pop in the chat for 80s. But, yep. Anyway, everybody, I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate all of you. You're wonderful people. And see y'all later.